Good afternoon. I am Joe Hunk, and coming up tonight, well, actually, you have it going on right now. It just wrapped up. MTSU just took down Toledo in the first bowl game of the season. Now, get ready because there's going to be a ton of changes when it does come to your NFL schedule. The Saturday game between the Raiders and Browns, well, that's been moved to Monday at 4 p.m. Central. That game will still be on ESPN, and it will be right before the regularly scheduled Monday night football game between the Vikings and the Bears. The Washington and Philadelphia game that was scheduled for Sunday, as well as the Rams and Seahawks game, have both been moved to Tuesday at 6 o'clock. And we can ask Coach Vrabel about what players are actually going to be out for Sunday's game when it comes to the Titans.
20, 44, 51, 76, 91, 93.
All right, if you don't have anything near you, that means David Long, Roger Saffold, Jack Rabbit Jenkins, Tierra Tart, Torrey Carter, as well as Laurel Murchison. For all your foundation repair waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. Happy Friday to you. Nasty day out there, but not in here.
Woo!
We got you covered. What are you pumped up about?
You know what I'm pumped up about? Let me go down my mental Rolodex. Derrick Rose, Elliott Perry. Larry Finch.
Andre Turner,
David Vaughn, Mingo Johnson. Oh, us Spike in Memphis. Us Spike in Memphis, and us means the Vols. That's exactly. Listen, man. Hey, I done held it together all week.
You have held it together
all week. I ain't holding it no more. Y'all can't hold me no more. They letting me off the leash. It's on. Penny, we want you. My fist. Look at my. If you watching on Zone TV, look at my fist. My fist balled. My fist balled up. You hear me? My fist balled up, and I'm stepping across the line, just like Admiral Grant and all them did, Bone, all. I'm stepping across the line, too. Who going to be there to meet me? What I want to know.
What did Penny say? Who does Rick Barnes think he is?
I'm going to tell you exactly who he think he is. A person that coaches All-Americans, a person that wins SEC championships, a person that gets his team to the tournament without excuses, a person that don't go to the NIT and play around in championships. We go to the big dance. That's who Rick Barnes is.
The only bad thing about that game tomorrow is that it's at 11 a.m., man.
That's the only thing,
right?
Man. Like, how fried can you be?
You'll test it out.
You better know that. You better know that.
Brunch, kegs and eggs.
Oh, ooh, I like it. That's a bathroom on deck.
This is 3HL Brent Doherty, and there he is. He's Ron Slay.
Yo. Car ain't got no roof.
Show ain't got no roof today.
No, none.
It's Friday.
Come on, man.
It's Trash Talk Friday.
Come on now.
We got phone lines open the entire hour.
Come on, touch them. I'm daring you.
I mean, if you want to get into a little Tennessee Memphis.
I'm looking for that. I'm also now listen. What else you got, man? I ain't even on here. I'm just be cool.
Titans at Steelers.
Okay.
What you got there? Slay asked me, what do you think about that game? I was like, I have no idea. I think it's going to come down to the wire.
Hey, man.
And both these teams are good late, so I don't know.
That's the thing.
We'll talk our way through it today and come up with some sort of answer to that question.
Hopefully.
But the Titans opened a 2.5-point favorite. It went Pittsburgh by 0.5 point yesterday. Went to a pick 'em today. And I've seen some Titans -1s now.
Really?
So this money's all over the board on this game. That means bettors don't know either.
Nope. Hey, man, I tell you what. It's going to get interesting. It's going to get really, really interesting. And I can't wait. I cannot wait. Because leading up to this game, I felt a different way. You know, I usually do this.
Well, you're kind of conflicted anyway on this.
I am.
Because you got growing up in Nashville.
Yep.
You've got your brother played 11 years with the Steelers.
Right.
So that leads to conflict within.
Yes.
And one sleigh divided against itself is a hard sleigh to figure out.
And will not stand.
No, it can't. It can't. Once.
It's like you're at the corner of First and First. You're at the nexus of the universe.
I don't know where to go. Where you go? Hey, man, it's going to be interesting.
So have you gone, just internally with this game, have you gone kind of back and forth all week?
I have all week until today.
Ah.
I woke up feeling different.
You got it figured out.
Yep, and I would like to talk to people through it.
615-737-1045. You want in at 3HL1045 on Twitter. A couple of things that are out there, and we'll get to your phone calls, and we'll get to Slay's analysis.
Aha, Slay analysis.
He has figured it out. Video of Tiger Woods and his son Charlie on the golf course today was a beautiful thing to see.
They said they look like a splitting image of each other on their
Charlie's swing is ridiculous.
Yeah. How old is he?
I don't know.
He kind of young, ain't he? He's like 13, 14, 15, 12.
Gil Williams over here said 12.
Gil, no. I'll tell you that.
He's got a great swing, but it was great to see Tiger out there. NFL, big news there. The NFL has moved 3 games. So Baker Mayfield went crazy on Twitter yesterday at the NFL, suggesting that they're kind of picking and choosing who gets tested when. And he was upset about it because Cleveland was going to be down to their third quarterback, which is Nick Mullins,
right,
who played at Mississippi State. But today the NFL has moved 3 games, including that one. Las Vegas, Cleveland moves to Monday, 4 o'clock our time on NFL Network. Washington team football.
Oh, because Heineke went on the is that his name? Heineke.
Heineke.
Yeah, Heineke got hit.
We got new mics and new switches
and
in
there's
here.
a lot going on.
You guys have been gone all week.
Yeah.
Like, y'all ain't got to see any of this stuff.
It's kind of echoey in my head.
I want to take mine off.
Which is fine until we take calls, and then you need to have them on. But, Hunk's mic just cut in and out a little bit while he was talking.
You know what? It's too new. It's too new. Listen, man. Every time I don't want the shiny new toy, man.
No, I want 15,000 miles on the car.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Get some low mileage car. Give us some low mileage equipment,
so
man.
you want to go and trade our car in at Music City Autoplex for another, pre-owned car.
Come on, Hunk.
With a little bit more miles
Come
on
on,
it.
Hunk.
I just making sure.
Car ain't got no roof.
Music City Radioplex. They have that out there?
2430 Gallons of Pike North if they do.
So anyway, Heineke. Washington team football, I know they're WFT, but I like to call them WTF. And Philly and the Seahawks-Rams game has moved to Tuesday on 6 o'clock at Fox. And the thing I read that they were both starting at 6 o'clock on Fox, so I don't know. Former Clemson linebacker Kane Patterson will join his freshman brother, Langston Patterson, who signed with Vanderbilt on Wednesday. He is transferring there. So Kane Patterson played linebacker at Clemson. He entered the transfer portal, and now he'll join his brother. And so both brothers on the team. That's got to be cool.
Was he a CPA also?
Yep. Family lives in Nashville, so that's got to be cool. Everybody together. And they got 2 more twins coming up through CPA that will probably be players too.
Okay.
Would be my guess. Weather in Pittsburgh from Davis Nolan. Sent it out yesterday from News 2. Kickoff, mostly cloudy, 36 degrees. And Slay doesn't have a coat, is what he says.
No.
How have you visited Pittsburgh so much and never had a coat to go there?
Sweet life.
You still have to get to the stadium.
He parked right in the stadium. Goes straight up the elevator. Now the only problem is I found out you could go down on the field and holler at him. Will from the Ville told me that, and I went down there and hollered at him. And I was cold, but by that time I was chasing 2 beers to the head. So by the time he came over there to me, I was warm, and I could have stayed out there all day. But
he did come up with a coat in New York, though.
I did. I don't even know how.
It was a fashionable coat, too. He looked like a New Yorker, Slay.
That was pretty cool.
He had the knit cap going.
Hey, man.
Did you have a scarf, too?
I had a scarf, too.
Yeah.
Well, did you just, walk out, just Home Alone 2, like the wet bandits just grabbing stuff from other people?
Hey, man, I don't know how it popped up in my bag, but I'm thankful. It's the holiday season.
Fourth quarter, 36 degrees as well. Winds out of the northwest, 10 to 20 miles per hour.
That river right there.
They like it up there like that.
Oh, they love it like that.
And they love that you don't like it like that.
Yeah, and every bit of it. And it's going to have that gray steel feeling because it's you said overcast, right? A little bit,
Yeah, mostly cloudy.
Yeah, so going to be interesting.
All right, we want you to figure out what do you think happens in this Titans-Steelers game? Let us know. 615-737-1045. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay. Don Davenport is in warm Orlando covering the Cure Daddy Go Poulon Weed Eater Motor City Barstool Sports Bowl.
I think there's a Gasparello or something in there somewhere.
Bill Bowl.
That's where she is. But we're right here for you. 615-737-1045. Action247.com. So I ended up going Chargers plus a 3.5 yesterday, last second, because I heard that the Chiefs were going to have a lot of problems on the roster. And then I felt pretty good about it until the Chargers and that coaching staff did a bunch of things, and then guys fall down on defense in the middle of a route, and next thing you know, it's a long touchdown in overtime. When they're just trying to get a field goal, and that would have been okay. I would have won. And maybe you went the other way. I know a guy that went parlay last night and attacked that thing.
Yes.
Action247.com. Bet local. Only local legal sportsbook in the state of Tennessee. Action247.com. They've got very cool promotions up and running all the time. There was one the other day. Bet $25 on an NBA game. We'll give you a free $15 to bet. I actually got a free $5 on my bet yesterday. Didn't matter because I lost, but you know the drill. Action247.com. They have a free-to-play portion of the website, too. If you don't want to put down money, you can still win prizes. Action247.com, the only local legal sportsbook in the state of Tennessee. If you have a gambling problem, call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789.
What up, people? You know who it is. It's me, Ron Slay. And then listen to me. Really carefully. Ryan Kelly and the HomeLoanExpert.com. Yep, you got it. Let me add this in on it. Get the 5-minute loan approval only available at the HomeLoanExpert.com. Yes, holiday season. Need extra money. What should you do? Oh, I got an idea. Refi your home. With who? The HomeLoanExpert.com. Interest rates are still sitting in the low 2%. That means by refinancing your 30-year mortgage, the Home Loan Expert can save you hundreds of dollars a month. Now get that. You get that? Get the 5-minute loan approval only available at the HomeLoanExpert.com. This is what Ryan Kelly is offering. If you don't believe me, go to the website, and I can guarantee you walk away feeling better about getting some money in your pocket. It's the holidays, man. Your kids want PS5s and all kind of stuff. Go to HomeLoanExpert.com. Get the 5-minute loan approval only available at the HomeLoanExpert.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. We got a crash course on our new studio during the break.
Sure enough.
Every time Slay said, "Hey, Hunk," into the microphone, trying to talk to him, he'd come right through the door behind Slay.
Hunk would appear.
It was like one of those weird 60s like comedy TV shows.
So,
Does the butler from Mr. D's. Like
Or like-
anytime you needed me, I was there.
just popped in.
I'm not going to ask to rub your feet, though.
Remember LL Cool J, who would just blend in with the colors of the room?
No.
And toy, what was it called? Toys?
The toy?
Not the toy.
Richard
I think it
Pryor.
was, no, not that one.
Oh.
This was
The boy.
Robin Williams.
Oh.
It's called Toys.
LL Cool
But,
J?
but he
He was a
would
toy
wear
maker.
clothes, so they would be like, I wonder where blah, blah, blah is. I can't remember what his character's name is. And he'd pop up out of the red wall wearing red. That was kind of what Hunk just did.
Yeah, it would have jumped in like a little metal door.
Look, guys, I hadn't seen you in like 2 weeks. At least that's what it feels like. I'm just happy to
It's
see
been a long
people.
time since we've been in here.
I had a friend in high school. We play basketball after school or whatever, and everybody be
Like some
running.
real
And
ones.
man, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And you'd have like varsity basketball players in there running, football players, freshman JV,
Nothing like that.
idiots like me. I mean, I'm just running 3-point line to 3-point line. I'm getting my work in. Anyway, we had this guy named Nick Millionis, and he played
Nick
football.
Millionis.
Nick Millionis. Isn't that a
Like
great
that.
name?
That's a cool name.
It sounds like a detective, right? Like
Nick Millionis.
Detective Millionis on the scene. Anyway, this guy, he was a football player playing basketball. You know what I mean? Like sometimes they're really athletic and they're good and all
Yeah.
this stuff. Nah,
I really
this
like
guy, like a center and playing football. And
Yeah.
so anyway, he'd be out there just trying to get some exercise. He would hold the ball. Like, I mean, just dribbling, just to dribble.
Not trying to score or nothing.
No, and I'm like, Nick. So anytime you would call his name, he would shoot it. Like that was his thing. So once we figured that out, it was funny. Like he'd cross half court, we'd be like, Nick Millionis. He'd shoot it.
Let it fly.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think he lives in South Carolina. So if he starts to get text messages,
I wish I
that'd
had
be
that
funny.
problem.
You didn't need anybody to say your name.
Oh, didn't.
That
I
thing's
said my
going-
own
Oh.
name. Slay. Just fly.
Tennessee Memphis coming up tomorrow. The line's not out that I've seen. Basketball usually is a kind of a 24-hour thing.
Yeah.
We were guessing like Tennessee 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get back to Titans Steelers in just a second. But I saw that you wanted Hunk to pull a little bit of audio from 2018.
Yes, I did.
And so there was some back and forth between Rick Barnes and Penny Hardaway through the media.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even remember what Coach
This was
Barnes said.
After I don't remember what Coach Barnes said either, but we need to find that. I just know this was after the first meeting of the series being back on.
Is not going to talk trash. So obviously Jordan Bone said something to him disrespectfully, and he protected himself by saying something back. And Jeremiah jumped in and said something to Jordan Bone, and the referee checked Jeremiah. But I said the Tennessee entire team ran over to fight. Their entire team emptied the bench to run over. They weren't coming over because it was a timeout. You could visibly see guys with their fist ball talking trash to our guys or whatever. And it was almost like a standoff. And I was asking the referee, why were they able to come across the line into our area and not get a technical? We got one from Jeremiah, okay, and that's fine. But why don't they get a technical for leaving their bench to come over? He said it was a timeout. He never addressed them coming over and addressing our guys. He just said it was a timeout that they could come off the bench.
Penny, let me explain something to you. First and foremost, you said Jordan Bone said something, and then our player responded. He protected himself by saying something back. First of all, how you protect yourself by saying something? Like what is this? The war of words? We just go, no, you. Like come on, Penny.
Let me attack this from this way real quick.
Go
real,
get it,
real quick.
Because
Did you ever play in a basketball game where people were talking trash to each other?
probably every game.
How many times did the coaches start talking about it to the media?
Like what? You came on my side.
If it was something that like hardly ever happened, then maybe we could have a discussion about it. But come on, man,
Dude, and if people go find the footage out there.
He went on to
world.
say, "Who does Rick Barnes think he is?"
That's why I explained exactly who he is. Penny, I want to know who you in the coaching world, because I know exactly who you are as a player. But who are you in the coaching world? Like, this is what we're gonna do.
How surprised were you by the Memphis win against Alabama, having lost 4 in a row? Is this just a situation where you've got a lot of young players and it's just going to take time to kind of mold everybody in, and that they will be a good team. And, come the end of the season, and every once in a while they'll pop up until they get that level established.
Yeah, I think so. And I think all the popping will be done once this is over with on Saturday. I think this is their last true test to try to increase their strength of schedule before going into conference play. Because in conference play, I expect them to fully run through it. Because they play 11 players. Like, who's playing 11 players? Nobody. I mean, 8 is pushing it.
Yeah, it's too many.
Like, come on, man. So I think you got a grasp on it, hopefully, because I want to see a really good game. But I tell you what, if you jump out there with 11 players, they're going to get ran out the gym because it ain't going to be no rhythm. And that's why people can't settle in and people start getting selfish. You take a bad shot, I take a bad shot, Hunk take a bad shot. That's 3 bad shots. That leads to 6 to 9 points going the other way. Then you got a problem. So a lot of these games early in the season, you'll see, like Tennessee had 15 players score the other night, but they're playing USC upstate, right? Exactly.
So at that point, you're trying to get minutes for people that won't get them later.
There you go.
And so, as we've talked about, like you're trying to figure out what your rotations are.
Mm-hmm.
And Rick Barnes might. I saw Rhett B, so I called him Rick B. Rick B might run with 8. 9, depending on flow of the game, stuff like that.
And see, you hope to have depth like that so you can change the flow of the game. Maybe you need a momentum swing. Maybe you need to wake your guys up that were starting, and so you throw 5 more in. That way you got 10 guys playing. But at the same time, man, you got to have your core that you stick with, that you go with, that you can depend on, and especially coming into this part. You're 10, 11 games into the season. It's time for you to know exactly what you're doing. More importantly than Memphis, Tennessee moving ahead, like now it's time to lock in and get it ramped up. You got this, and you coming off Texas Tech. You coming out, you got some nice games to get your rhythm, but now you got Memphis, then you got Alabama, you got Texas and the SEC Big 12 Challenge. Like you got some playing you got to do. So it's no more warming up for you. You got to settle in on your lineup, and hopefully these guys deliver.
615-737-1045. It is Trash Talk Friday on 3HL.
Yeah.
Hope you're having a great Friday. Hope you've had a great week. And, man, Christmas coming up next Saturday.
And then it came so fast.
Get all your driving done?
Man.
No. I keep meaning to do it during the show, and I always forget.
You're doing it during the show.
How are you going to do it during the show, huh?
Okay, so my wife and I send each other links. Like, hey, here's some stuff. And so I can just, order it on my phone. I've ordered one thing.
Boy,
dude, I ain't even ordered.
What are you talking about? You've got the answers to the test, and you won't take the test.
And I still procrastinate.
Yeah, see,
that was my problem in school.
That's bad, huh? Like, she's sending you, like, at least I ain't getting sent nothing.
She goes, hey, I got all your shopping done today. I'm off early. Is there anything else, like, you're just dying to have? I'm like, no, I'm good.
I ain't got a clue.
I really don't want anything ever because, worry about other people. Don't worry about me.
Let me tell you the problem to that. When you don't want anything, you still end up getting stuff, and then it make you feel bad. Because I don't want nothing because I don't want to get nobody nothing. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? I just want everybody to just be merry and have a good one. Let's eat good and sit back and relax. Yeah. But, man, this Christmas. Let's have a good one.
It sounds like you've got a level of anxiety.
Man, I do, man. Like, it can't go fast enough, dude.
That's why. And then you hear about Hunk and you get pissed off because, Hunk's actually got things. Most women are like, nah, I don't need anything.
Yeah. Man.
Hunk's like, Tori's like, here, get me this and get me this and get me this, and he still ain't done it.
And you know when I was sitting over here going, I'm like, okay, so if I do 3 to 4 day shipping, that means I can still wait until Saturday, and I'll get it in here like this. Exactly. So now I need to do it while you guys are talking to Tracy Wolfson. I'll be Christmas shopping.
Oh yeah,
Tracy Wolfson stuff on Monday, huh?
Tracy Wolfson coming up at 4:00. We'll talk with. She'll be on the sideline for Titans Steelers. Who's going to be able to run the ball better, Pittsburgh or Tennessee?
So okay, now, man, this is why I need help from the listeners. I need help from you, huh?
I thought you had it figured out.
I did, and this is what helped me to think I had it figured out. So I pay close attention to Buck Rising. Jim Wyatt, what's the other guy? Teron Davenport.
TD.
I watched their Twitter and their Instagram, and man, our running backs look all right. Like, if I squint real hard, what's my man, Deontay?
You sound
Hilliard?
No.
Or Devontae Freeman.
Devontae Freeman.
You sound like punctured lung Tony. If I squint real hard.
Yeah, I forgot he did say
And cross my eyes. That 7 turns into a 22.
Hey, man.
And it looks legit.
They
I'm
ran
just
for
saying,
270 against New England. New
Okay.
England is 19th against the run in the NFL.
We know what we wanna
Pittsburgh
do.
is 30th against the run in the NFL. But Pittsburgh, we walked through this yesterday, Pittsburgh's stats are skewed. So in the games that they win, they actually slow the run down pretty good.
Yeah.
In the games they lose, they get run on all over.
Yeah.
So that's where you start, right?
Yep.
Run game.
I think you start there, but I think it's led. I think this game is led by the defense. The defense being able to flip the field and keep the ball on that side of Pittsburgh, and I think that field position somehow catches up. And before long, you got guys coming downhill, and I mean, man, I think the defense even scores in this game. I think our defense scores.
From a Pittsburgh offensive standpoint, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you've got Najee Harris, who is really good, and everybody's talking very highly about him. And it's funny because he's still about 60 yards short of Derrick Henry's rushing total on the season. He's played 5 more games. But Pittsburgh's short passing game that they do with Roethlisberger, where he gets the ball out quickly and he throws it, 2-3 yards down the field, that's an extension of the run game.
It is.
In all reality.
It is.
But he will take some deep shots.
Yeah.
They just don't push the ball down the field consistently. That's not their thing.
So going into games like this, when games really, really matter, and you need the Titans to come through, I feel like at some point it's in question, do they really believe, the players? You know what I'm saying? Now, that ain't a knock to nobody. I'm just saying, with this group, I don't feel that. I feel like this group knows exactly who they are. Like, watching them warm up, watch Julio look. Now, I remember I was listening to Blaine last week, and he was saying how Julio wasn't really coming out his breaks and wasn't exploding. That ain't the same thing I just saw today. Woo! That looked like Julio. Julio! That's what that looked like. So that's dangerous. But Deontay Foreman, man, I don't know what he doing to me. And to listen to Roger Saffold, how he talked about him, saying that nobody felt more bad. Wait a minute. Than nobody felt more bad than him about fumbling.
Yeah.
So it made a problem, and it looks like he's running. Man, you see the way he got this ball tucked away? Like we talked about. If you ain't
it's not going to happen again.
Like this is over.
Yeah.
And that's a big dude.
Yeah. He got going in the last game, too, against Jacksonville,
That's what I'm saying.
and they got banged up.
So
I think he might have had a 100-yard game if he'd have been healthy the whole time.
I don't think Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, Mayor. I don't think. Yes, I am sorry. I don't think Pittsburgh.
I meant don't worry.
I know it, but I'm still saying it. I don't think Pittsburgh's defense can score more than the Titans' defense, or put Pittsburgh in better position than the Titans' defense can put the Titans in.
I mean, T.J. Watt and Cam Hayward, you got to watch out for those
Got
guys. Because that whole strip sack thing is a very real possibility with those two. But it's funny to have that level of guy and Minka Fitzpatrick back there too, and still struggle on defense.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. I like
And
Cam
so
Sutton over
Ramon
on the
Foster,
corner.
who came out to Red Dog Wine and Spirits yesterday, which was great. We love that. Said it's all in the linebacker deal. So everybody's trying to overcompensate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like if you're walking around New York City and you've got to go like 12 blocks and you have to pee, you overcompensate in how you walk and you end up hurting your knee.
Hypothetically speaking.
No.
I don't know anyone that
Factually.
could have had that happen to him.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt, y'all.
You need an orthopedic guy.
Man, I don't know what's going on.
We were out
with
at
this
Buffalo
knee.
Wild Wings in Mount Juliet, right next to Dr. Kalen, Sport Ortho. They advertised
I should have
forever
slid by there.
back in the day.
I should have slid by there, man. Dude,
You did take the stairs two at a time coming up here.
I had to because I wouldn't have made it up. But that's enough. Like,
Did you not take the elevator?
I wish we had one.
I was just saying if you'd fall for it.
Yeah, boy, we did.
Fall for the
Believe me, I
banana.
don't look. I don't went all around this building.
All for the banana and the tailpipe.
Yeah, that's what I can't fall for. The banana in the tailpipe. But dude, this game, man, I feel much better, and I would like I thought I
Are
was
you
gonna have
leaning
to-
Titans? Is that what I'm reading here?
I think that's where I'm going.
615-737-1045. Not to a trash talk level.
No. But earlier today, because Pittsburgh gives up 30-some points, I was ready to come in here and say 34-10, Titans win. They're right. 34-10, Titans win. I was ready to say
I think you need to put a beat behind that and see what happens.
34-10, the Titans win. But then I started to
They
think.
win at 34-10.
I know.
Listen, I hate the Steelers. I grew up an Oilers fan. And back in the day, that was the black and blue AFC Central.
There you go.
And it was love you blue Oilers, and here comes Terry Bradshaw or Bubby Brister or whoever the hell at quarterback. And the Steelers, and they hated each other. Fan bases hated each other.
Yeah.
And before I even moved to Houston, I lived in Knoxville and Tullahoma. And that's when nobody was on TV except for the Cowboys were on the NFC station and the Steelers were on the other station. I hated the Steelers.
Right.
I hated the Steelers.
Right.
And now the Steelers have beaten the Titans 6 out of 8 times since they walked all over that towel.
Yeah. I don't think it was a great move. But
I think the Titans win, but I think it's a close game. And here's the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if they lost because they're not going undefeated down the stretch. I don't think. So you either, at that point, if you believe that, you probably have to either pick this game or the 49ers on Thursday night, which I really don't like that one from a San Francisco perspective because it's hard to be the road team on a Thursday night, just with the travel schedule, especially when you're coming from California.
Yeah.
Right? So I kind of like the Titans in that one too. They could lose the Houston game if they have it locked up in terms of a bye or they can't get the bye or whatever, and they've got the division locked up and they rest everybody.
Yep.
I could see that.
Yep.
But
Let me tell you
I'm
this
with
then.
you. If they're going to lose a game, it's this one.
Yeah. And if they win this game, listen, people, I'm going out on the ledge and I'm going to stand there strong. They win this game, they winning throughout the
They're
rest
locking
of the
it
season.
out.
Yep.
D'Angelo is in
no
Gallatin at
question.
615-737-1045. What's up, D?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Doing
Hey, we're
great.
good,
What up,
man.
dude?
I heard I was just talking about that. The Colts finna beat the Patriots Saturday,
Okay.
and we finna win out, get that first round bye. Everybody will be back healthy. If I was give us a Super Bowl now, it's ours.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
I like
How you
that.
doing?
Tighten
Thank you,
up. That is.
Where is J-Mart on his Titans Super Bowl proclamation?
I don't know. I'm going to have to text him.
Because he went from Super Bowl, then he went to season's over.
Yeah.
And now I think is he just going like week to week now?
Probably. I know he did say he was going to pick the
Oh,
Titans
he didn't have him
every
in
day.
their top 7.
Oh, he didn't?
He had him at 10th last week.
I wonder if Ramon have his.
It's funny, like this team has people going like all over the board.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're 9-4, but you look at them and you just don't want to believe it.
You don't know how sure you are.
Right?
You don't know because you expect past shows that they'll fumble it. I don't think this is that team.
615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. Titans or Steelers? How good do you feel about it? Who wins? We'll be right back. It is the holiday season, folks, and while you're running around trying to get everything ready, maybe you're hunking, you're just over there on your phone clicking on links that your wife gives you. Either way, you need a connection that's going to keep you covered at home and on the go. Luckily, Xfinity Internet delivers reliable Wi-Fi coverage at home, and Xfinity Mobile with nationwide 5G included covers you everywhere else. Plus, you could save up to $400 a year on your wireless bill. Xfinity Internet and Mobile, the ultimate nice list. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $20 a month for 12 months. With a 1-year contract and add Xfinity Mobile, and you could save up to $400 a year on wireless. Plus, ask how you can get a 5G phone on them. Go to Xfinity.com. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Ends December 22nd, 2021. Restrictions apply. New Connect Internet customers only. Equipment taxes and fees are extra and subject to change. After the term, regular rates apply. Compares pricing of top carriers. Xfinity Internet is required.
NFL playoffs, they are almost here. Are you ready for it? Do you have your FanDuel Sportsbook app up and running and ready to help you stay on top of the action? FanDuel Sportsbook is giving you a $10 bonus when you place $20 in same-game parlay bets. Bet on a single game. Spread your bets out across multiple matchups. It's up to you as long as you bet $20 in same-game parlays during the same week of NFL action. You will be getting a $10 bonus from America's #1 sportsbook. Easy to use. I'm looking at my app right now. One of my favorite parts of the app, top left, it says live now. Bet on that. You can see what's going on. Oh, look, Brazilian basketball right now. Slay, you like that? I can jump in and bet live on that. Yeah, because I know so much about it. But you know what? This same game parlay bonus is live during weeks 13, 14, and 15 in the NFL. Probably know a little bit more about that. Lock in some winners today. Enjoy a $10 bonus on FanDuel. New to FanDuel Sportsbook. Sign up using promo code DAWN, DAWN, to get 30-1 odds on either team to win in whatever game you want. You can win $150 on a $5 bet exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. You got to be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit, expires in 7 days. Max bonus $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line 1-800-889-9789.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Rhett Bryant coming in here talking Titans Steelers. Said, watch out for Najee Harris in that pass game.
Yeah.
And Freiermuth.
You got to have a voice of reason in this.
Don't let Roethlisberger get going with that sugar huddle.
Yeah.
Does that mean that they're doing literal cocaine in the huddle?
I hope not. I hope not.
Going back to the 70s with the Cowboys.
Yeah. 2 parts in your hair, baby. Playmaker was going too. But this is what I think. I think he summed it up real good. Like, you know, one thing going into this game, it ain't no hiding and it ain't no surprises. You know what to expect and you know what to stop, and they know what to expect and they know what to stop. That's what makes it so beautiful.
Heavyweight fight.
Yeah, like, dude, show me what. You ain't finna put no reverses in. Ain't no jet sweeps finna make. Line up. Y'all line up. Hit who in the mouth. Who gonna respond?
You know what plays are coming. We know what plays are coming. Yep.
That's what makes
I'm
it.
Najee's second on the team interceptions.
That's right.
That's what got Le'Veon out of there. He was trying to figure out.
And
why
as
he
Rhett
couldn't get
said,
that.
it's not just like swing pass out of the backfield. He'll line up at receiver and run the route tree.
Yeah, that's tough. But I will say,
What
we got some. We got.
Why'd that make you laugh?
What would you say, man? We got some guys that can get out there and cover. We got some. Now, I ain't saying they super agile where they can just hang one, but they can do enough. And they got a safety over top that can do enough. You don't play with your eyes, Ben. Boy, something telling me.
By the end of this, Slay is going to have it locked down.
Something telling me, man. I'm telling you. I already got my score written down right here. I got my score written down.
Is it 34-10?
It was earlier.
If I start playing black and yellow and Renegade and all that, will that get you more fired up or angry?
Renegade will mess me up. Don't do that, Hunk, because I'm already where I need to be. I'm where I need to be. I just think it's something about this defensive group and the unity in their group, man.
Oh, there he goes. I ain't got no roof. There he goes.
Guess what? That's what Memphis tomorrow. 11 in the morning. That's for them. Then we're gonna worry about Pittsburgh because that's a whole different task. Because I don't feel like Memphis is better than Tennessee.
Oh, we're going back to that.
Tennessee better than them. Now, when you talk about the Titans and Pittsburgh at home, that's what eves it out.
615-737-1045. Bam, next up on 3HL. Hey, Bam, what's up?
Bam, what's happening?
What up, Are you in the building, homie?
I'm in the building. You know what it is.
You know what? Real quick, Bam. You know what's amazing about your I'm in the building?
What?
It's literally at the same pitch every single time. It never changes.
Yeah, I got a little coin. A coin I put in there to make it sound like it.
Like Ike Taylor.
It's always the same. It's very consistent, no matter what it is.
What's happening,
So
Bam?
what I was talking about, man, I think it's going to be a knockout dragout.
Yeah.
This may either be an overtime game, too. It's either going to be a blowout, a last-minute thing, or a knockout dragout. That's the way I see it. Now, I had a question. You said that, the San Francisco game, them traveling, I don't know if they're going to go back to San Fran because they're playing in Atlanta Sunday.
Right.
So it don't make sense for them to go all the way back to L.A. and then turn right back around.
I think I read that they're going back, but I'll have to look at that. That does, yeah. I mean, the Titans had that West Coast swing a few years ago and stayed out west for 3 weeks, and the coach ended up getting fired, but over some of that. But yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting question that Bam poses there.
Yeah, it is.
Still makes it difficult being away from home that long.
You know what? So since it's Trash Talk Friday, I want to hear the listeners call in and Titans fans call in and tell me and mean it that it's going to be a blowout. Because I've yet to hear that. I've yet to hear that yet.
Man, I just don't see that scenario.
I can't even. I did early in the week. I do not now, man. Like
So you start writing scores down on Monday. You got a number 2 pencil? Is that what you're working with?
No, I got a lot of scribbling. A lot of scribbling. Exactly what I tell Lil Ron don't do. Quit scribbling, man.
Gil next up in Franklin.
Gil right here.
Gil, what's up?
Man, I got to set this up. First of all, it's my 40th birthday today.
Hey, man, happy
birthday, Gil.
Gil, come on, man.
That's right.
Take the roof off.
That's right. In 1999, I hit a last-second shot on Ron's brother, Patrick. So,
oh, man, I don't believe that.
No, I did. Last-second three. Yeah, we did. You can look me up.
I believe it.
Third, I'm a huge Vandy fan, so I'm not a huge Ron Slay fan because he did what he did to my team. Fourth, I agree 100% with Ron Slay. We are about to blow the doors off of the Steelers this weekend.
Man, I just don't see that.
I like it. But, hey, Gil.
No, I'm with it. Hey, Ron, we're in the building. We are about to win by 14 plus.
Now, see, now guess what? Gil, I'm with you on that. And that's all I want to hear. It's trash talk.
Let's
Everybody.
go.
Yeah. Blow the
Let's
doors out.
go.
Man, take that little ketchup bottle, throw it in the river. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Red rum, baby.
Would that be a Heinz
Let's
ketchup?
go.
bottle?
Whoa, don't say red rum. You haven't seen the movie.
It's ketchup.
Let's go.
Hey, Gil, I like that, Gil. That's what I need you to tell me. Tell me why real quick, Gil.
Why we're going to win?
No, I'm with. I said the Titans going to win,
How
too.
are the Titans going to win by 2
Yeah,
touchdowns?
how they going to win by that much? In Pittsburgh, that's my only thing. If it was in Nashville, I totally agree with you.
Defense.
Okay.
Their offensive line is that garbage, and since Ramon Foster left, they are garbage.
That's
and we are going to sack him at least 5 times, and we're going to have 2 turnovers.
Oh, I like that, Gil.
All right, thank you, Gil.
That's
Happy
good.
birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, my man. I'm going to tell Pat, too.
Do it.
I know that pissed him off. All right. Yeah, my brother got a hell of an attitude, boy. I know he was mad about
worked
that.
your whole family into this call.
Hey, there it is. What's going on here? Cookies.
That's Patrick from Big D and Bubba on our sister station that just showed up with cookies in the hallway. Just opened them real slow. It was almost like in Pulp Fiction when they opened the briefcase and it's just a gold light coming out.
Hey, man, I'm with
We got
Gil.
distracted there.
I'm with Gil.
Justin said, did you all announce a winner yet?
No, me and Ramon going to announce it tonight. Stay tuned to Twitter.
Oh, this is for
the suite.
Sitting in the suite with you guys.
Yep.
We need to work Renardo. Is Renardo coming down?
No, Nardo can't come, man.
Who else we need to work in from your family? Their conversation.
It's got all kind of the long line. The line is long, but this, hey.
Oh, the Bears just placed Andy Dalton on the COVID list.
Man, what? So are they going to set the
so
whole?
that's an improvement.
They're going to set everything back a week. It's an improvement.
Come on, Hunk.
Yeah, don't talk to me. Hey, man. So what are they going to do with the NFL, though? NBA going through it, hockey going through it, all the pro sports, the major sports are going through it. Baseball ain't playing.
What's interesting is the NFL is 98% vaccinated. The NBA is close to 100% vaccinated. The NHL is like 90-something percent vaccinated, and they're all going through this COVID problem.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So
asymptomatic airwell. You think?
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think the Titans, would it be a close game if they were playing here, or are you giving? And I want to know this from the listeners too. Are you giving Heinz Field and the tradition? Are we giving it too much credit?
Maybe I should give it more credit because honestly, you just rose a good point.
I rose one up. I rose it up.
That's like when Rhett Bryan, he came in here and you go, "What do you think about that D?" I was like,
"Yeah,
here we go,
here we go, Jim."
So this is where we are. Tracy Wolfson will join us.
Here we go, Jim.
Tony, play that for us. See what she thinks about it. No, but you bring up a good point in terms of what if this game was in Nashville. I wouldn't think anything differently about it. Like I would still think coming down to the wire, both teams good down the stretch. Like I think maybe the Titans win late, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lose. Like this one's a tough one to call, I think.
So I'm gonna write something down because I know we got to go to break, and I'm gonna bring it back. And I want to know I want to know what the people think. Like, do we not believe our eyes anymore?
Ooh, good question. We'll pose that question a little bit. Okay. Tracy Wolfson from CBS Sports. She'll be on the sideline for Titans and Steelers with Jim Nance and Tony Romo. She will join us in a matter of minutes. Also, Marc Mariani at 4:20. He'll have his blood in the water pick. Didn't go well last week. That's a preview. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Action247.com. That's where you need to bet your sports locally. Local sports betting with Action247.com. Check them out and get signed up and let me know what games you like. We've got college football bowl season starting today. Congrats to Middle Tennessee. The Blue Raiders, a money line winner. They were a 10.5-point underdog, and they got the job done. Maybe you went with the Blue Raiders. There are all kinds of games coming up. And you can get involved on Action247.com, the only local legal sports book in the state of Tennessee. These are the guys that I use, and I love it because they send emails with whatever promotions they've got going for that particular day. And so you dive in, and maybe you get an extra $20 to vote on an NFL game. Maybe you get an extra $15 to vote on, to bet on an NBA NFL game, NBA game, whatever it is. College basketball, you've got all kinds of things going and every opportunity to enjoy your sports viewing with a little bit on the line. If you don't want to put money down, you can do that as well. They've got a free-to-play portion of the website as well. Action247.com. Get signed up. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789.
How did Benny afford all these Christmas decorations? Where'd she get the money for this? Dear Benny the dog, thanks for choosing the home loan expert for your cash out refi. You were able to get $52,000? Oh, my own dog got a better deal on her refinance than I did. I knew I should have gone with the home loan expert.
What up, people? Listen, a car. What do? You drive a car. But before that, how do you get the car? That's the main thing. You want that experience to be light and easy, relaxing. 2430 Gallatin Pike North. Or online at MusicCityAutoplex.com. Music City Autoplex, people. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You need to go there, get you a car. Big milestone purchase for me. Coming back from playing overseas, didn't have a car right away. I needed to get one. What did I do? I went online, MusicCityAutoplex.com. Picked out a car, saw it, loved it, went in there to the dealership. The car was sitting right there. I mean, right there, cleaned up and ready to go. I loved it. I thought it was going to be a headache. Nope. They had 30 different banks really waiting to work with me. Willing and ready. They can be willing and ready to help you as well. You need to mess with them. They need to mess with you. It's a match made in heaven. Go to Music City Autoplex, or you're not that comfortable, go to MusicCityAutoplex.com. But if you like to go in the dealership and have some one-on-one, 2430 Gallatin Pike North, that's where you need to go. Music City Autoplex. Go get your car.
All right, you'll be able to listen to the Titans and Steelers on Sunday. beginning with pregame at 9 a.m. But we need to know who's going to be out for the game. Officially right now, David Long, Roger Saffold, Jack Rabbit Jenkins, Tier Tart, Torrey Carter, as well as Laurel Murchison have all been ruled out. When it comes to Bud Dupree, Coach Vrabel just a little while ago says they're going to double check tomorrow before making any decisions. Congratulations to MTSU. They just defeated Toledo in the Bahamas Bowl 31-24. The next bowl game coming up tonight is going to be Northern Illinois and Coastal Carolina. That's going to be on ESPN2 with our girl, Dawn Davenport. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to go visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone, Friday edition. Hope you're having a great day. Hour number 2. Marc Mariani coming up at 4:20. Always enjoy visiting with him. Tracy Wolfson coming up in just a few seconds. As Hunk just said, the following players are out for the Tennessee Titans against the Steelers. Torrey Carter, the fullback. Jack Rabbit Jenkins, corner. David Long, linebacker. Laurel Murchison, defensive lineman. Roger Saffold, guard, who told us on Tuesday that he's dealing with a nerve issue in his shoulder. Tier Tart also out for the Steelers. Buddy Johnson, the linebacker, out with a foot injury.
Buddy Johnson.
Steelers have 3 questionable players. Joe Hayden at cornerback, very good player. Kevin Rader, the tight end, and Isaiah Buggs, defensive end. For the Titans, Aaron Brewer, offensive lineman, is listed as questionable as well. On the call for CBS Sports, Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and our friend Tracy Wolfson, who will be on the sideline. Tracy, what's up? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing well.
Tracy?
I was thinking about when I got the weather forecast from our friend Davis Nolan, who works in Nashville. 36 degrees and cloudy, and I started thinking about the NFL season is the one that, like, you can get 100-degree temperatures at some points, and you can get, like, 12 below at other points. Like, the range of weather that you have to deal with on the sideline is something else.
No doubt. Thank God I didn't have that New England Buffalo game. I could tell you. But I've had snow in Green Bay this year. I got lucky with a Tampa game last week, so that was nice. And this isn't bad. It'll be cold, but it's a 1:00-er. I've been in Pittsburgh definitely when it's worse. I know how to bundle up. All good. That is typical Pittsburgh weather in December.
Is it tough on kickers there with the rivers and the way the wind flows through that stadium?
No doubt.
Yeah.
The wind, it swirls, and you got to keep on top of it, of which direction it's actually happening. And, whether Tony, Jim, or, you're looking up at the flags, and from their perspective in the booth, it looks one way where the flags are going, but down on the field, it's another way. So it really just depends at that moment which way the wind is blowing.
Tracy, we love to have our guy Frank Caliendo on the show from time to time, and he's got a, as you know, judging by your laughter there, he's got a Jim Nantz, Tony Romo thing, and he did it for us. It sounded like this.
Here we go, Jim.
Tony.
So are those guys?
I got it. I hear it all the time, too.
I love it.
Do that one more time, Tracy.
Please.
Tony.
Oh, that's so
I'll
phenomenal.
tell you, they talk about it They talk about it, though. They know that Caliendo does it. Jim has had conversations with him, and they love it. They absolutely love it.
So Caliendo's thing was like, so he came in and did our show a couple times, and he thinks he can do Ron Slay's voice, but he thinks it's going to take a minute because he said Ron Slay has a more southern accent than most Nashville people. So it's going to be hard. But with Nantz, he said, I really haven't been able to expand what I've been able to do with him. That's why he does the Tony with the elevator, like the crescendo deal.
No, that's perfect. That is perfect. I'm sure he's got Hello Friends down pat, though.
I would think.
That, right?
Yeah, I would think. So speaking of Nantz, he moved to Nashville, and so we have a charity thing that we do every first Tuesday of December, where we collect toys for kids and gifts for seniors. And Nance showed up with his family and brought a big old bag of toys.
I love it. I saw a picture of that. I think maybe one of you guys sent it to me. And he loves being out in the community. He's absolutely loving being in Nashville. And let me tell you, it's a lot easier to commute from there than it was from California. So, I'm sure he's going to go back there, every so often or whatever. But definitely makes sense for him and his family right now. And it's awesome. It's great. He gets home way earlier than I do, I can tell you that.
At Tracy Wolfson on Twitter, you can hit her up there. Tracy, walk us through the AFC, because you guys get the number one game, right? Like typically every week. And it's really hard to identify teams that don't have knocks against them, like that you can point to flaws in what they do. Usually it feels like we have teams that are like, okay, I can see this team in the Super Bowl. They could win it, blah, blah, blah. But it really feels like it's up in the air.
It does. And, the two teams right now playing their best, the Patriots and the Chiefs, we haven't seen in so long. So we really haven't gotten a chance to really, we'll watch it on, replay or TV when we can catch it, whether they're on a Thursday, Sunday night, Monday. But, for the most part, we're going to see the Chiefs next week against Pittsburgh. But other than that, we really haven't had a chance to see them. So, we've been able to see, whether it's the Ravens or the Bengals, and we've seen Pittsburgh a bunch lately. And certainly we're going to see the Titans for the first time. We'll get a feel for them as well. Haven't seen the Colts either. So it'll be very interesting, coming out of this game. I'm looking forward to seeing Tennessee, but that AFC is just wide open, specifically in the AFC North and the Browns, right? We've had the Browns a few times too. That division in itself, you have no idea right now who's going to wind up on top and who wants it more, right?
Yeah. Tracy, let me ask you this. When looking at Pittsburgh, you got the Titans and Pittsburgh going head-to-head. And it's, in a sense, with coaches, with the way the defense is set up, it's kind of carbon copy of each other, especially at this point in the season. But Pittsburgh's been up and down. The Titans have been finding a way to tread water, with guys being hurt and still figuring out a way to win, minus dropping the Jets and the Texans and things like that. But looking at Pittsburgh, does this not look like a team that they're showing you what they are, but because of the stigma of the franchise, it being at Heinz Field, it's making it a game where you're like, man, I don't know who could win this.
I think that's how it is. They keep continuously finding ways to, come back, in these second half games, as we saw Thursday against Minnesota. But I think it is. You have a lot of expectations surrounding by Pittsburgh and their physicality and what they was. And like you said, Heinz Field and Renegade and all of that. And we saw that in that win over the Ravens where, it's difficult to win there. But they're not what they were. I think even Ben said it to me today. They're a different team. They've got a lot of holes. And what's different also is they're kind of missing that Pittsburgh Steeler physicality, toughness, those guys that have been there. You've got Ben and TJ and Cam Hayward. And then you've got a lot of young guys, like a Najee and a Deontay, and there's like no middle ground there. So it's really somewhat of a rebuilding mode for them. They're banged up. Their defense is not what they were. And certainly, as you see, and Ben hobbled. He told us, I thought was really interesting. He said at the halftime of that game against Minnesota, he didn't know whether he can get back in there or not because he was physically beat up. That offensive line, is also in disarray. And it's been difficult to protect him. And, he gets the ball out really quickly, which certainly helps. But, I thought that was interesting. But that's the thing about Ben. He's not going to give up. He's not going to let it. Right. He's going to fight. He is a Pittsburgh Steeler. And so I believe when you go into Heinz Field anytime, when that Renegade is playing and it is, cold out and, the crowd is going crazy and those terrible towels are being, waved, it is a difficult place to win.
And just vice versa, that when describing the Titans, when you talk about toughness, when you talk about being built that way, and you talk about seasoned guys being able to step up day in and day out, you got guys battling through injuries, but you got guys you can depend on in the Kevin Byard and the Jeffrey Simmons, who's emerging as one of the best defensive tackles in the league. So why does it make it hard to say, Hey, the Titans can go in there and handle this. Hands down.
They totally can. The more physical team, I believe, the more physical team wins this game. And the Titans have showed that they're a physical team.
Right.
And they win it with defense right now. The injuries certainly are catching up to them, but they've been able to win it with defense.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as, the cliche is you don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And they can run on this team. The Steelers' run defense is not very good. So even without Derrick Henry, they've been able to put, some runs together, take the pressure off, Ryan Tannehill, don't make him do too much, take care of the football, and they can come away with a win in Heinz Field.
From a Titan perspective, the one thing that gets me, though, is Pittsburgh sitting there at 6-6-1. They have to have this game.
Yeah.
You know what? It's almost like an animal backed into a corner.
You can't measure heart, totally, or they're in that position. And there's a lot of teams in that position right now that need that win. It's a make or break for their season. Pittsburgh's been playing that way for the last few weeks. I think a loss, to the Ravens would have put them behind the eight ball, certainly going into Minnesota, and they pull that one out. So you're right. You're going to get their best effort, no doubt. It's going to be a really fun game.
Tracy.
Love it.
She's the wolf. She'll be on the sideline this weekend. Thank you, Tracy, for the time.
You so
Appreciate
much,
you.
Tracy.
Love catching up with you guys. Happy holidays.
All right, you too. She's the best.
Right.
Hey, real quick. Are you still there? Oh, she's gone.
Ah, Tracy.
Congrats to her Michigan Wolverines with that win over Ohio State.
Yeah, see, we should have asked her, what do you expect going into this playoff?
Man, she was on the SEC broadcast forever with Uncle Vern. Vern Lundquist. Yeah, Tracy's done it all, man. Final Fours, everything.
You know what I wanted to ask her? Who can toss them back better, Vern, or it was what's the other guy? Jim probably toss them back too.
Talking about Gary Danielson.
Gary Danielson. Yeah, because can you imagine being in the ball with them?
I have been.
Who toss them back better?
We'll talk about it.
And tell better stories.
We'll talk about it.
Vern got to have some stories.
Yeah, Mickey and I were next to Vern at
really?
the bar. Yeah.
He used that same voice, or is that a TV voice?
He's such a nice guy, man. He just chuckles when you say stuff.
He looked like a big chuckler.
Yeah. He just sips on it. He just sips on a little brown water.
Hey, guess what?
What?
Somebody's in the NBA.
Who?
Admiral Schofield just got signed to the Orlando Magic.
Look at that.
Hey, it's working.
All right, Marc Mariani, not in the NBA, but he is with us next on 104.5 The Zone. Daddy Rack, Tennessee, straight whiskey. That's what you need to get rolling with this afternoon and tonight and this weekend and all of that. You can enjoy your games. What are you talking about?
You wasn't supposed to go.
I wasn't?
No.
He just sold me Daddy Rack.
I let him go first so that he can.
Who is he?
Because you get the excitement level going into the break. It was all planned.
I got to pay the water bill.
All right, then
Daddy
you go.
Rack.
You go. What if we did them at the same time?
Let's do it. Daddy Rack and Steve.
Oh, listen. That might be a good combination. No, go ahead. I saw you with your Steve Rack got wings this afternoon with your big jug of red Kool-Aid.
You better know it. Yeah. And they got something called Kool-Aid Rita that I'm telling you right now.
Huh?
Hey, man, it'll change your
like
life.
Scooby-Doo right there.
Are we on?
Yes, we're on.
Oh, we live. Hey, man, I'm telling y'all right now, man. My fault. Steve, I got wings. That's what I'm talking about going to. Sweet and sassy lemon pepper mix. Just had it. Y'all got to go in there. I'm talking about and sit at the bar because it's been installed. Kool-Aid Rita. Kool-Aid Rita. Man, ain't nothing like it. We had a little sample. Me and my man, Big Gil. And, boy, I'm telling you right now, we asked, was that picture that they gave us of Kool-Aid, was that Kool-Aid Rita? But I'm going to tell you one thing, 2521 Knowlesville Pike, that's where you can go get it. Or go to 123 Ewing Drive. Open 7 days a week, 69-cent wings on Tuesdays. Keep it that simple. Still, I got wings.
I'm telling you, great combination with Daddy Rack Tennessee straight whiskey. You might as well just roll right into that. Wings, pizza, hamburgers, nothing. Daddy Rack Tennessee Straight Whiskey is so smooth you could drink it by itself. Maybe a couple little dabs of water in there if you want that. Maybe a couple ice cubes. Maybe you mix it. It's a perfect whiskey to mix with as well. So try some today. Local product in Middle Tennessee, made in Columbia. So smooth and so good. Priced right as an everyman whiskey at $29.99. DaddyRack.com. You can find out all the information about the product there. It is phenomenal. So whether you're watching your favorite team win or lose, either way, you can celebrate or drown your tears with Daddy Rack Tennessee Straight Whiskey. Add it to your bar. Share it with your friends. Try some today. That's Daddy Rack Tennessee Straight Whiskey. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. How about Middle Tennessee? The Blue Raiders get to 7-6 with the 31-24 win over Toledo today in the Bahamas Bowl.
Didn't go like I thought it would.
It's unfortunate
for the parlay on that one.
How did Babs not get the Bahamas Bowl? She's down in, Orlando's fine.
Yeah, that ain't bad. She says it's warm. So that means she's having a good time.
But she could have had the Bahamas Bowl.
Yes, that's true. I wonder if they would have asked Babs which one she would have picked. Babs probably would have said the Perfect
Music City
Bowl.
Yeah, that one's next week.
Yep, and it's here. But she ain't here then. She's going to Vegas.
That's right. She's all over the place. So 5 o'clock, you can see Dawn Davenport on the sideline on ESPN2, Northern Illinois, and Coastal Carolina. Look at this guy. Marc Mariani joins us, former Titan All-Pro. What's up, Mark? How are you?
What's up? How we doing, fellas? Getting hyped on the radio station today. I like it.
Mark! You should have been with me last night, brother.
Hey, Slay, I don't know why I've been missing this, and I don't know when you just got it. Your walk-up song is dude, like, it does blow the roof off my car. I was listening earlier. I was like, well, damn, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, you got to have the walk-up music, man.
Hey, Slay's got all kinds of things. There's a hunk just randomly starts playing Car Ain't Got No Roof, and Slay loses his mind.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
Dude, you need to have that on like in your pocket with a wireless speaker walking around all over the place. That thing I was ready about a couple hours ago.
Hey man, I'll be out of energy, man. I'll be pointed out about 3 hours.
You can watch us on.
I did hear that you said somebody said, hey, you want me to play it now? You're like, no, I'm in a good place. And then you turn it on. You're like, all right, here we go then.
Watch us on Zone TV, Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. We've got like all kinds of changes that have gone on in the studio. I don't have the message board up anymore. Did somebody turn it off in here?
Huh? Oh, wait, for real? You really don't have it?
I really don't have it.
Is it on?
No.
The monitor's on?
I'll work on that. While I'm working on that, Mark, can you tell him about our conversation before you went on the air about last week?
What happened last week?
Listen, boys, you know last week I was a little bit hyped on my boys, the Montana Grizzlies.
Yes, you were.
Yes.
So, and you know what? Just to be fair, give me my 10 seconds. Our starting quarterback went out on the first series. Our starting receiver went out on the first play. Okay, we couldn't move the ball. That's it. All right, we couldn't move the ball. That's it. Those are my excuses. Okay.
Well, a loss is a loss, then, Mark.
But I left you with the real loyal blood in the water pick on my way out, and it didn't sound like you guys took it with me. But I told them, what song are we playing? I don't know. I'm claiming victory. Because nobody wanted to watch the Montana game, but we bet on the Rams last week, and my account looked better on Tuesday morning. I don't know about you guys, but it is what it is.
So, are we counting the Rams as the blood in the water pick? Is that what's happening?
Here's the deal. Here's how I look at it on my. I was jabbering the first time about Montana against Washington. And I was jabbering against Montana against JMU, so they cancel each other out, man. Whatever.
Well, to be fair, I really wasn't listening to you about Montana because you're
no one was.
No one was.
You're completely.
Except for the game was Friday night, so the pregame was already, was about to kick off. So it was like that was all that I was losing my mind, bro.
All right, so which song do we play, Hunk?
Well, see, that's where when I called him, I said, "You ready for Baby Shark?" He's like, "No, I won."
So
honestly, I would have given him the Rams pick as the real pick because who
did the Rams play?
He's going to pick Montana to win every game. He just
every game.
All right, so in that case,
let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Oh, you know what? You are right, Mark.
Oh, you went back to look.
I'm looking at it now, and I didn't pick it because I went on and chose the under, and I got burnt. I got burnt, but I wouldn't have got burnt if all they had to do. Because now remember, it dawned on me that we were texting.
This is all sports bettors. I wouldn't have got burnt, but
no, dude, like
quarterback went out the first series,
but the Rams had 2 opportunities to intercept the ball and they dropped it.
Yeah.
Game would have been over. Mark would have won. I would have won. My parlay would have won. Instead, I'm out there just hanging on to the boat instead of in the boat.
I said this last week. sticking to my guns, man.
You're right.
In the NFC.
You're
in
right.
The NFC, be careful. Those Rams are nasty, dude. We
They
caught
are.
them on a good week, but they are nasty. They're
You're right.
nasty.
You're
Van
right.
Jefferson caught a bomb, baby. That's
Yep.
how you call your shot.
Our boy Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys, he's a big Tampa Bay fan, and he put out there that he was scared of the Rams. Like that was the team he was scared of, and I texted him that he was right. And then a lot of people hit me on Twitter like, there are a lot of teams out there. But here's the thing in the NFL, Mark, and we were just talking with Tracy Wolfson about this. Every team you can kind of pick apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know Kansas City is hot and all those things, but they're in the fourth quarter against the Chargers, and they should have been taken care of.
Yep.
But
That should have been over last night.
it should have been. So we'll get to your blood in the water pick, but I am curious to get your take on the Titans and the Steelers because this is an old school Oilers-Steelers, like franchises don't like each other kind of rivalry.
Exactly, and this is kind of what scares you, is what you're talking about, is what teams are going to show up and get off the bus. And I think when I look at this game, I look at it like this. Here's what scares me. The Pittsburgh Steelers, on paper, the perception of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Heinz Field. And you look and you break that down, and on paper, you go down the list. You got Big Ben leading the charge. Najee Harris is balling. Deontay Johnson. You got Chase Claypool, who can be a beast, but obviously has some growing up to do. And then you got Friar Tuck out there, absolutely balling. Rookie tight end. He's absolutely balling. I'm waiting for Ferkser to be that guy. My boy Ferkser had moved the chains 3 or 4 times last week, and that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, they completed 7 balls to the tight end last week, the Titans did.
I love that. That fires me up. You got TJ Watt on the other side, Cam Harris. So on paper, the Steelers look nasty, and I just don't see it, man. I've been watching them all year. Big Ben, I broke down 32 games in preparation for this interview, and I've come to the conclusion Big Ben is slow. Okay, he's slow, and he's got cinder blocks on. It's like, dude, I mean, all of these things, and then the perception of the Pittsburgh Steelers, you go back to, when you're preparing for these guys and you see that logo, man, it automatically brings up, at least for me, you just go, you better take your ibuprofen, you better bring your big boy pads, you better stuff your pants with some weights, because this thing is going to be a brutal knockdown, drag them out battle. But I just haven't seen that team this year, man. I've seen a team that's, a little bit undisciplined. I've seen a team, I've seen Big Ben get rattled a little bit this year, throw the ball in the dirt. And I think it's he's playing with young guys he doesn't have as much familiarity with, an O-line that's got, some patchwork done. And I think that's the key to winning this football game is obviously the Titans recipe, be ourselves, be very disciplined, don't turn the ball over, run the ball down their throat and knock them in the mouth on defense, and then get after Big Ben. And I like our matchup. I don't know what it is. I like our matchup. I bet my life on the under this week, but I think we're going to go in there and punch him in the mouth at Heinz Field.
You know what, Mark? See, I'm starting to think like me and you on the same wavelength, because before we went to break,
you guys always get each other excited,
do.
more and more excited.
We do, and this is what I want to know, Mark. That's what I was thinking. Do we not believe what our eyes are seeing with Pittsburgh? Like, Ben is slow. Yeah, he get the ball out quick, but man, it ain't the same Ben. That ain't the same O-line. Do we give that franchise and that stadium and that one song that much credit?
A little something extra.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
because I know the Steelers are bad. They bad. I mean, it's simple to say.
All right, Michael Jackson.
Hey, I'm going to just throw this in
bad?
there, and I know that this is a rivalry, but we don't just give it to them. They've earned that, man. They've been nasty
There you go.
for years, dude.
Okay.
And I look at Mike Tomlin on that sideline, and he just bleeds intimidation, dude.
Yeah.
I love Mike Tomlin. I love what he stands for. I love everything about him. But yeah, this team has not shown that this year. And I do think we're giving them too much credit, or at least that I feel like we have a good matchup here. They are backed into a corner. They need this game badly. But man, the Titans come off the bye week. The Jaguars was a good tune-up. We didn't look great last week. We did what we needed to do. Our defense got after them. But I'm telling you guys, when you have this type of defense, when you have this type of pass rush, you can put it all in your briefcase and you can pack that up and take it anywhere. It's not like a timing offense. It's not like all this stuff. And the two things that we do well is smash mouth football and absolutely punish you on defense. We can bring that anywhere, man. We can bring it to
This
Heinz
same
Field,
game,
we can
Mark.
win.
This same game, these same two teams not playing in Heinz Field. What's your feeling on it?
Oh, dude, I think it's I think we're the better football team. I think we win 9 times. I mean, I just all of those things. It's the perception.
Yep, I'm with you.
Logo.
I just want to make sure I ain't crazy.
And here's the thing, man. Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool, these are dudes now.
Yeah.
They'll go out there and make plays on you.
Yep.
But man, I love the Kevin Byard versus Freiermuth matchup. I think it lines up good for us. Big Ben gets hot, but he also doesn't want to get hit anymore, man.
Yeah.
His bruises take a lot longer to heal when you're 72. How old are you? 75?
72.
But I'm just saying, I respect the heck out of him for his career and what he's done, but I'm telling you, they're not on the same page as much as he has been in the past. And I think they're fizzling a little bit. I think that division is going to get nasty down the stretch. It's going to be fun. It's going to be brutal down the stretch. And I just don't see them coming out of it. I see somebody else coming out of it.
Have you played up there, Mark?
I have, yeah. A couple times.
Yeah, so what is that environment like on the field?
Dude, it's awesome. It is so awesome. And the weather is always bad. I've never seen a nice day in Pittsburgh. The wind is always blowing. I think I got knocked upside down and walked onto the wrong sideline one time, so that was fun. But no, man, it is.
That's a true thing.
Why those type of days are why you play the game. I mean, it is. Yeah. They will show up and they will heckle you and they'll tell you about how your mother and your cousin and all the other things, when you walk down the tunnel and everything else. It's a great place. It's an unbelievable environment. And it gives them a really, really strong edge. It does. And getting a win in that stadium is going to be hard no matter who they throw on the field. But, man, I'm all about the Titans down the stretch. I love what we're putting together. We're getting healthier. So I hate that Saf's not playing this week, Roger Saffold. But, man, I just love what we're doing. I think we're putting the pieces together at the right time. So I'm all over them. And they almost hit the scale to qualify for Blood in the Water. They did for a little bit.
Yeah, it was 0.5 yesterday. You're right.
It was on the edge. I was checking it all day. I'm like, are they really going to make this easy on me this week? So anyway.
They're just giving it away.
So how's the home sideline react when a visiting player ends up on the sideline thinking he's on his sideline?
It was actually an onside kick recovery, and we were going what happened? We were going for it, and I was trying to sell out and got flipped upside down. It wasn't that sweet. It wasn't like a sweet play, and I think we were trying to get it because we were down in the game, but I figured out where I was pretty quickly, but it was I'll never forget it. The turf, man, you think the ground is softer than that. That turf's hard, or the ground is hard.
All right.
It's not soft.
All right, here we go. It's time for Marc Mariani's Blood in the Water pick.
Yeah. You're going to need a bigger boat, baby. Yeah, Mark. Let's go, baby.
All right, here we go, baby. Who's ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Here's what I'm predicting. The Patriots and Colts lose this week. Oh, wait a second. Never mind. I want them to lose. I'm going to put that out into the universe and see if the universe can help me out. I don't know if you remember this, Brent, but it was a couple years ago when Blood in the Water started. One of the first weekends was on an LSU game. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that day, Joe Burrow had the points, and he didn't want them, baby. And he's got 3 points going into Denver, and he don't want them this week, and neither does Jamar Chase, and neither does Joe Mixon, baby. Going to Mile High. The AFC North's getting nasty. I told you the Steelers aren't coming out of it. Well, guess who's coming out of it? The Cincinnati Bengals, baby. Joe Burrow, who started the Blood in the Water, gave me the money the first day. I'm going back to the well, baby. We don't want them. Take them, baby. Money line. Let's go.
Man, I'm jumping in there now in the boat.
I like that. You know what we do want? Red beer.
Oh, yes. Dude. You know what? I'm back. I'm a couple blocks away, dude. I'm right down the street. Say no more. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes.
Listen, man, it's like dark and rainy though. This might be a bourbon kind of night. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. I'm staying in, bunking in, and watching some bad basketball or something.
All right, Mark. Good stuff, brother. Appreciate
man,
you.
have a great weekend, fellas.
All right, Mark. Let's get this money, baby.
Let's go. Free money.
Yeah.
At Marc Mariani. 80 soldbymariani.com for your real estate needs. There he goes.
I'm going to make that bet right now. Thanks to Kent McMillan.
So Ben McKee just tweeted out a quote from Tennessee defensive tackle Amari Thomas about the culture of Tennessee football. I'll read that for you when we come back. 3HL on 104.5 The Zone. 615-737-1045. If you want in on a Trash Talk Friday, let's do it. We'll be right back.
Come on. What up, people? You know who it is, man. Got to talk about the weekend right here. And what are you going to do on the weekend? You may be able to kick it with your friends. How do you make your friends celebrate with you? Red Dog Wine and Spirits, that's how. Go get your favorite craft beer, nice wine, any cocktail you can think of. My favorite. Go get the best bottle of bourbon you can find in there. If you don't like it, if you don't even know what you're going to get, you can try before you buy. They got a tasting bar right in there. We were there yesterday, and I'm telling you, the tasting bar is real. Go in there, try before you buy. If you don't like it, you say, "Nah, I don't like it." Tell them what you're looking for. They'll go get it, make you try it, and you can walk out the store with it, man. It's that easy. Red Dog Wine and Spirits, that's where I go. That's where you should go. Riverside Drive in Franklin, Tennessee, next to Publix off Highway 96. Online anytime at reddogwineandspirits.com. When you go in, tell them, "I'm in the building, Bard. Bard, I'm in the building." And Red Dog got you.
So, what is one of the best things you can do for the new year? Convert some of your home's equity into cash. And the best way to do that is with a zero-cost cash-out refi from Loan Pronto. That's what I did. Call Loan Pronto now, and they can fast-track your home refi, get you a check for 50, 60, 70 grand or more. And if you call now, Loan Pronto could even pay your closing costs. How about that? Listen, your home value is way up in this area. All across Middle Tennessee. You can use it to your advantage. Get that cash out. Maybe you need to pay off some high interest credit cards that have accumulated over the last year or two thanks to COVID. You can do that. You can consolidate some other debt. You can start a home improvement project. Maybe you want a new kitchen or bathroom or a pool in the backyard. Get those finances in great shape for 2022. Loan Pronto's refis usually close in 2 weeks. Mine closed in under 2 weeks. And the process is so easy. It can be all digital. LoanPronto.com. Go there, start the process, do it now, and you could even skip your next 2 house payments. LoanPronto.com, 615-499-5780. That's 499-5780. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Subject to lender approval. Not all loans apply.
Best Christmas song out there. Man, I was driving around town today, and it was dark and rainy. It looked like winter, but it was 55. I was like, man, I wish it was 30 degrees colder, and it was just dumping snow all over us.
Darn, you want to go back in the house?
No, I'll be out there. I like to be out and about in that stuff.
Nah, man, I'm sitting down when that's coming down.
Just sit down on like a piece of cardboard and sled down the street?
No, like sit on the porch with a glass of bourbon and have a cigar. Like, and watch the kids do that.
I mean, the weather doesn't change you and your glass of bourbon and
I know.
the cigar.
I'm looking for more times to have the bourbon and cigar. That's all I'm telling you.
But I was like, man, it looks like it's freezing outside, but it was 55 degrees.
Yeah.
And so I started thinking about, I love Christmas time in the Music City. And we were talking about it the other day. Like, do you think Nashville is the kind of city where there are more imports as opposed to exports, people-wise? Like, are more people coming in to visit
I think it's more,
as opposed to people leaving to visit other places?
I know that on my drive in today alone, I was seeing cars from Louisiana, obviously Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and I was even seeing California and other places.
Well, you were seeing cars from Alabama because you were in Alabama.
That's why I said Alabama, of course. So that's why I didn't want to count that one. But, like, I saw a ton of different license plates coming in today and all going, to Cool Springs and places like that.
The other random thing that I thought about today was all these social media messages about how good Spider-Man is.
Yeah, you know how hard it is to not see a spoiler right now? No spoilers. I want to see this movie, and I want to enjoy it without your spoilers.
I saw an interview with Marissa Tomei about that. She's like his aunt or something.
Yes.
I love her.
In the movie?
No, just in general.
Oh.
No, in the movie, she's the aunt, yes.
Is that what you were asking? I think he was asking if I loved her in the movie.
What's the name? Grant said it. Grant Williams said it.
Grant Williams' dad?
No. Gil didn't say it. Grant said it.
I know. I'm just
yeah.
He's got his Boston Celtics socks on. I love it.
I rolling.
Like, the newest episode of Hawkeye came out this week, and it has Spider-Man spoilers in it, and I got frustrated because now I know a couple of things just from the movie itself.
He says Spider-Man No Way Home is heat. Might be the best. Now, this is out there, too.
So
might be the best Marvel movie I've seen. That's tough.
So I'm not a superhero movie guy. If I went and saw this Spider-Man, would I be lost?
I ask that every time now.
No, you wouldn't be 100% lost because you will get Spider-Man from 2002, like Tobey Maguire's in it and all that. So that's part of the storyline. So if you've seen those in the early 2000s, because there's been 3 different renditions of it, then you get all 3 Spider-Man in this movie.
They done came through with some Marvel movies, man.
Wait, so there are 3 Spider-Man movies that go along with this one?
Okay, so now the way that Disney is working is Disney has decided that they are connecting their television shows on Disney Plus to the movies. So you have to watch things that have happened on Disney Plus. So in Loki opens up the multiverse, which means same worlds in different universes. Yeah, so that means 3 different Spider-Man.
Loki. What's the name did Loki? Frank Caliendo.
He did do Loki. He did Thor.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. So Doctor Strange is in this. Spider-Man's in this.
How about Tracy Wolfson going with a little Tony?
Tony.
Oh, we got to send that.
Yeah, we got to get Jim on now.
We do need to get Jim on.
Yep, so
he actually lives here.
Yeah.
Tracy Wolfson's wandering around New York. James Brown on Twitter. Not that one. That would be tough. Ditto on the best Christmas song ever. I was talking about Christmas in Hollis, which was in Die Hard.
What's the best Christmas song?
Christmas in Hollow. And Christmas in Hollis.
Yeah.
He's saying ditto, meaning I agree with you.
Oh, okay.
And then he said that and Elvis's Santa Claus is Back in Town. Those are 2 very different songs.
Now you know what I'm at Christmas in Hollis. Hollis. That's that beat tough.
Sad truth. First time I ever heard that song was last year.
Really?
Yeah. And
meaning you haven't seen Die Hard?
No, I have seen Die Hard, but it didn't click with me that it was in it. Well, so I only reason I did is because it's in the Grinch.
First time.
It's in the new Grinch movie. My son watched it all the time.
You feel me there? Let's go to Darrington because Darrington wants. The parsley hadn't gotten its proper due this week.
No, but people been slick hating on it.
Darrington joins us now on 3HL.
What up,
What's
Darrington?
up?
What's happening, fellas? Hope everything is going good. I just wanted to know, Slay, man, what did you think about the breaking news that Woj just dropped about Kyrie getting to play now
Saw
on
that.
on these away games. And then Cleveland did all their complaining. Now they don't have to play until Monday. So we got 3 games Monday, 3 games Tuesday, game Friday, game. We got a whole bunch of NFL happening. So what's going on, fellas?
I don't know, but I kind of like that. Honestly.
I do too. I like that for the bet, and then we just get to slide into the weekend of bowl games.
And you get bowl games.
Yep, mattering bowl games are
You know
mattering.
what you're saying? How we gonna be picking out these numbers now with this parlay, with all the stuff, the entertainment that's going on, and definitely your South to Kyrie coming back to Brooklyn to save him.
Hey, guess what, Darrington?
What's up?
I got something else for you too. I'm holding and wait on it though. You just be cool.
Well, just remember this though. Hey, Kai ain't got no room. Y'all have a good one, man.
My man.
We had my wife's Christmas party last night, Village Real Estate. So we go down to 3rd Avenue or something. So they had this like Sprinter van that came and picked me up from Red Dog.
Did it?
Yeah, and she said you might want to get you a drink from Red Dog because we all have them on here. So I got a couple of those little bourbon bottles, poured it into a Coke, went into the thing. When we get to the party, guy driving the bus comes around. He's like, "Man, I love 3HL. Slay is ridiculous."
Hey, sometimes you got to be.
He meant it in a good way.
I know. That's good.
Yeah. Ben McKee on Twitter covers the Vols. Vols defensive tackle Amari Thomas on the culture of Tennessee football. Quote, "It's a true brotherhood. Everyone is loving on one another, excited and happy for each other's accomplishments." End quote. That thing is real, man.
What's that?
Heupel came in there and established his culture, and it was a 180 deal that Pruitt had basically just tanked that thing, culture-wise anyway. And these guys, like, we root for each other's accomplishments. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's when you see success. When you see success spread like that.
When you don't care who gets the credit, and you want everyone to do well. And
in return, you'll wind up getting more than you bargained for, too. Just because, I mean, success isn't greedy or has a homing beacon on it. Like, when it just sees where success should lay, that's where it goes and lays its head down. And you in the bed, you're going to get some of the success, too. Just don't get out the bed. Stay in the bed. All right? Stay in the bed.
It's on TV. On Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch. Bradford S. is all over our Twitter, our YouTube feed. Is there a good sports talk show for the drive home? He's complaining about 3HL. Here's the honest truth, Bradford. I really don't care if you like the show or not. We're not doing this show for you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not thinking, what does Bradford want to hear today?
Yeah.
There are plenty of options for you. So thanks for listening, Bradford.
I didn't even see that.
He said he tuned in.
I see it right here.
He tuned in for Tracy Wolfson. Well, thank you.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Thanks, Bradford.
But anyway,
savagery.
Maybe we should have a pre-show meeting. What would Bradford want today?
No, I tell you what, man, all the messages that we got in our DMs last night, man, that let me know we're on the right track, man. From inspiration to blessings to, man, keep your head up to, I appreciate y'all. Listen, dog, we ain't Bradford, listen.
Mike, to your point, for those that missed, Mike called in last night and said he's had to help family members that are in emergency situations, and now he's $10,000 away from being evicted. And so listeners started calling Hunt, going, how can I help? And Andy is going to take him grocery shopping because he wanted to buy him Christmas dinner.
Yep.
That's what's real about what's going on here. So sorry, Bradford, we don't do the show for you.
Bradford, get your little lump of coal out the stocking, man. We'll put an apple in there for you or something, dog.
Johnny!
5 o'clock hour, 3HL is coming up next. You know who we do the show for? You guys. We'll be right back on 104.5 The Zone. Buddy Allen Carpet One, love these guys. They love helping the community as well, and they've got something going on this holiday season. Our friends at Buddy Allen Carpet One are helping out Dreams and Wishes of Tennessee. Dreams and Wishes of Tennessee is a nonprofit wish-granting organization that grants wishes to individuals between the ages of 5 and 21 who have relapsed from cancer. Stop by Buddy Allen Carpet One and purchase a hoodie, hat, or T-shirt, and the sale amount goes to Dreams and Wishes of Tennessee. Or you can stop in and donate directly. You can also visit dreamsandwishesoftn.org and donate there. Our friends at Buddy Allen Carpet One are in Donaldson, 2405 Lebanon Pike. Go get you a hoodie. 615-883-3289. BuddyAllenCarpet1.com.
Good evening. I am Joe Hunk, and the Titans have made it official for some players that are going to be out for Sunday's game against the Steelers. David Long, Roger Saffold, Jack Rabbit Jenkins, Tier Tart, Torrey Carter, and Laurel Murchison are all out, and that has been confirmed. Now, when it comes to Bud Dupree, because, again, they are playing the Steelers, Vrabel said just a little while ago, Coach said that the Titans are going to see how he feels tomorrow before making a final decision. Congratulations to MTSU. They just took out Toledo a couple hours ago in the Bahamas Bowl. Now coming up on ESPN2 in the Tail Greeter Cure Bowl, our own Don Davenport be on the sidelines for Northern Illinois and Coastal Carolina. And when it comes to scheduling changes for the NFL, get your pen ready. Saturday's game between the Raiders and Browns, that's now going to be happening on Monday at 4 p.m. right in front of Monday Night Football between the Vikings and the Bears. Washington and Philadelphia, as well as the Rams and the Seahawks, both of those games have been moved to Tuesday night and will be at 6 p.m. For all your foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3-8. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville 3HL 104.5 The Zone. We're at Doherty and Ronsley.
Hey, I got no rules. Best believe I'm in the building. Better be ready. I'm in the building. Car ain't got no rules. Time for the show.
It is time for the show. 615-737-1045. Trash Talk Friday. We've got a couple of things on the docket. Memphis and Tennessee playing basketball at Bridgestone Arena tomorrow at 11 a.m. We will both be there.
Oh, yeah.
Ramon will be there. Lucas Panzica will be there.
Mm-hmm.
My boy Billy Haley will be there.
We'll be in the building.
I think our boy Blake Krieger will be there. I'm trying to think of all the people that have told me that they're going. I'm just going to name out all of the people that will be in attendance tomorrow. How do you think that crowd will be split, Tennessee, Memphis-wise?
I expect it to be 50-50, honestly.
Really?
But I'm thinking it's going to be more about 65-35, Tennessee.
Okay.
I think Tennessee
that's
coming out in droves in this one.
Yeah. Other Tennessee news: Orange and White game going to take place in Nashville, April 30th is what I've heard.
Fun
on that deal.
Be fun. I hope it ain't cold, man.
There's going to be some stuff going on, maybe pregame stuff, tailgate-wise, maybe a concert or two.
Maybe we'll be involved.
So my wife and my anniversary is the day before. You think as a Bama fan I can take her to that as an anniversary gift?
Yes.
She's the Bama fan for the record.
She's the
not
Bama
you.
fan.
Yeah.
Oh, heavens no.
Yep. I think you can.
Okay.
Sit her right by me.
So what we'll do.
We've already given up trying to convince Tori that she doesn't need to be an Alabama fan. We're working on the baby.
We bypass her,
Little man.
Yeah, Ollie, we rocking with him. But Tori, ain't no hope for Tori. I mean, that's my girl, but there ain't no hope, Tori.
Titans Steelers in Pittsburgh coming up on Sunday. What do you think about that game? 615-737-1045.
I'm thinking
what?
That the Titans win.
You got a score written down. You've been formulating. You've been doodling this week.
Yep, I'm Doodlebug. That's my niece's name. That's Nardo daughter. That's her nickname, Doodlebug.
She exists too. Hey, I just saw a stat. Devontae Adams, Green Bay Packers.
Yeah,
I love watching that guy play.
Man,
football.
that man's special.
From PFF, the only wide receiver with a 90+ receiving grade versus man coverage and zone coverage.
You know what that says to me? It ain't nothing you can do.
You can't guard him. He is on pace for 120 receptions, 1,605 yards.
What?
120.
What? How many? What's the pace Cooper Kupp is on?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because I think he's subject to be at like 112 or 113 already. That man, dude. You know what amazes me about NFL, and this is why like Coach Mack said, the dudes are the dudes. Man, I was watching the Kansas City game and Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. Like, somebody else has to beat me. But you got to be that good to get
They were getting free releases off the line all night.
I'm looking
what
at
are
like,
you doing?
What's going on
Yo,
right here?
Staley. Challenge those guys.
Yeah.
Don't let them go where they want to go.
Yeah. And so going into this Pittsburgh Titans game, I mean, you know who you got to circle? most definitely being because he's the one that has to distribute the ball. If you can get him rattled.
You got to get him through the cylinder, which is what Coach Mack said with Big Jeff and with Danico Autry.
So he's saying that, and cylinder meaning you got to push him out of it. He's standing right there in that little cylinder tube. Okay. All right, cool. Get him out of there, and then you let guys go crazy like Ola Adani or Harold Landry or Roberson or Bud Dupree. What kind of game are you expecting from Bud?
He's got to have a package for sure. I don't think you want to push him too far, but
30-something snaps.
Maybe
not even that much.
Yeah.
Dang.
Just kind of see how it's going.
Oh, do you know how he gonna be over there? He ought to. Man, they may put him out there with a bill bone. I expect Bud to be at the game on the sideline with a bill bone. Reason being to catch all the spit and slobber from him salivating being on the sideline. Like this man, woo! You talking about ready? Anytime you get to go up against a former team that you didn't necessarily leave on your own accord, man, they do something to you, man. I've never had a team that I left from playing professionally that they did not have to deal with me. Woo! And I mean deal with it. I could have a bad year, but that game is on. Very seldom did I ever have a bad year.
You asked about Cooper Kupp, his numbers. He's on pace for 148 receptions. He's already at 113.
I said 113, 140. I told you.
148 for 1,947 yards. What if he gets 2,000 yards receiving?
Goodness gracious.
And 16 touchdowns.
Is anybody – I don't remember him coming up as MVP for anything. Isn't that MVP worthy? Are we just gonna keep that a quarterback award and make it?
It feels like a quarterback award.
I can't stand that, then, man. We need to have a quarterback award. We need to have a Johnny Unitas award or a Joe Montana award. Yeah, we ain't got no Joe Montana.
The Johnny Unitas award.
Oh, well, we need to have another one.
Multiple quarterbacks.
Yeah, Johnny Unitas' left arm.
Yeah, come on, man. That's not really fair, man.
Yeah, Stafford, man.
Like the MVP is the overall best guy in the league.
So who's the team out of the NFC? Is it Arizona? Or is it one of these outlier teams that gets hot late? Because that's what it's going to be. Yep. Who gets hot late in the NFC and the AFC? Yep. Don't just tell me it's going to be Kansas City and Tampa again.
Right. I'll tell you.
Every team has flaws.
Yep.
So who gets hot? In the AFC, we've had a number of teams that were like, hey, they're going to be – I mean, we had Baltimore. Mm-hmm. I mean, we had Lamar Jackson win the MVP.
Yeah. Yep, that was –
We had Buffalo. Yep. Buffalo may not even get in the playoffs.
Right. Buffalo was the best team in football for a minute.
Yeah, the Titans, Derrick Henry gets hurt. They're 3-2 without him.
Got Kansas City that just emerged again, and everybody thinks all world, but it's just eking out wins somehow, some way.
He has started to take what's in front of him.
He has.
With the two deep safety look.
He has. Along with some help from the opponents. But this is what I want to also ask you.
That's true.
Don't you remember early in the season, people were saying the champion most likely, this is about week 4, week 5, could come from the NFC West outside of Tampa Bay. Now you look at this roster. Look at the standings. Seattle at 5-8. San Francisco at 7-6. The Rams and Cardinals still handling business 9-4 and 10-3. But outside of those two and Tampa Bay, do people still believe in Dallas the way Dak has been playing as of late? Like, you're right, man. It's up in the air, and this was so week 8 through 10. It was like, man, we understand exactly what's going on. We know who to pick. It's going to be rough.
615-737-1045. Andy is in Mount Juliet on Trash Talk Friday. Andy, what's up?
What up, Andy?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, my man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, dude. Doing good. Hey, I want to start out by saying, and it's a holiday season, so I'm going to be nice, that Bradford is either kin to Urban Meyer or a fan of Urban Meyer. Make an idiot comment like that right there about this show.
For those just tuning in, Bradford doesn't like the show. That's fine. We've moved on.
But it's still listening to the show.
Yeah.
Even though they like it.
Couldn't care less about Bradford anymore. But go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, I don't care if you listen to the show or not. So, all right, here goes your trash talk.
All right, here we go. Come on.
Man, the Titans, man, I so bad want to say 31-17, but I'm going to stick to 24-17.
Okay, you dialed yourself back. All right.
And then UT versus Memphis,
Slay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I got Memphis at 68. And I got UT at 74.
Oh, yeah, come on. I was about to say, hold on, Eddie, don't do me like that. Ho, ho, ho. Car ain't got no roof. Bridgestone ain't got no roof. Woo! The Volvo in the building. Burn them kitty cats with me. Hey, it's going down. Andy, that's what I'm talking about, baby. It's going down.
Yeah, but if you're sitting in a suite, how loud are you going to be? Can everybody hear you?
You want to question that? You want to question that? We're going to see tomorrow. But guess what? Guess what the sneaky thing is?
What's the sneaky thing?
I got 2 seats.
Oh, you're going to go up and back.
I'm going to go up and back. I don't know. My knee hurting. But I'm going to make an appearance. The VFLs have a section behind the basket. So I'm going to be right there, too.
You're going to be all over the place.
Man,
you got
ain't that only right?
When you're Ron Slay, you got to see everybody.
Come on, man. You got to hit every angle in that thing, man. And I'm going to be in there. You be in there.
I will.
Titans be in there. You know what the funny thing is about that one, Andrew? He said 34-17.
Well, he went back down to 24.
Yeah, but that's where I was early in the week. Then I went back to 31-10. Now I'm at, you got to wait and listen.
615-737-1045. Norman is in the Gulch, which is right around the corner from us. Norman, what's up?
Come on. Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, we're good.
Hey, happy holidays. I got to say, look, we've already won. We've had a fantastic season. You know, the coaches and the players have been through a lot this year. They really helped us get through a tough fall and winter with all that's going on. So big shout to the Titans. And I would love to send all of those Steeler fans home crying in those nasty, ugly yellow towels. I mean, those disgusting, snot, COVID towels. Just send them home, set them on fire for Christmas. Put them in your solo stove. Put them in your chimney. You know, just let them burn because it's Tennessee Titans all day long. And hopefully, like you guys said, we get hot right before the playoffs and the guys continue to feel confident. But what a great city, what a great team, and what a great radio show. 104.5 The Zone. What's going on, y'all?
Hey. I ain't got no roof.
I love it, Norman. Thank you, man.
Norman, I ain't got no roof.
615-737-1045 at 3HL 1045 on Twitter. We got some tweets to read for you. We'll take your phone calls, Trash Talk Friday, and we want your thoughts. Titans, Steelers, what do you got?
Let's go.
We'll be right back. Go up to Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. Maybe you're looking for a present for someone. Maybe you've got a kid turning 16 and you need them driving to help you out. My guys at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram can help you out. And that's exactly where we were a couple of years ago with my oldest turning 16. We needed him to be able to drive. We needed a truck in the family. So we went up to see Ken Gupton, Daniel Gupton, all the guys at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and hopped into a Ram truck, which is still rolling great. And they want to see you. If you're out there searching for that next vehicle, maybe you're going dealership to dealership, certainly include these guys. Best car buying experience you'll ever have. Just go take your test drive, ask your questions. They'll be able to hook you up with your answers. You'll go inside. They'll help make the numbers work. It will be that easy. You can check them out online. GuptonMotors.com is the website. That's GuptonMotors.com. All of the inventory is there. All of the dealership information is there as well. GuptonMotors.com. 24 West towards Clarksville, but not that far. Exit 35. Straight shot into Springfield, Tennessee. About 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Best car buying experience you'll ever have. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Tell them Brett sent you.
How did Benny afford all these Christmas decorations? Where'd she get the money for this? Dear Benny the dog, thanks for choosing the home loan expert for your cash out refi. You were able to get $52,000? Oh, my own dog got a better deal on her refinance than I did. I knew I should have gone with the home loan expert.
Is the Thunder going to roll tomorrow? That's my question.
And the lightning strikes. You better believe it. You better believe it. You hear me? On a cold little penny night.
So
that's an afternoon.
I'm curious, as like amped up as you get for some of these games.
Yeah.
And really, it's every game, but
that's what I was going to say. Some of them.
Did you have difficulty night before, like getting to sleep and all that stuff?
Yeah. So the most important night of rest for me was 2 nights before the game. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah. The rest was 2 nights before the game and what I ate 2 nights before the game. Because I couldn't really eat nights before the game and go to sleep and sleep well because I like to eat a lot. So I would just be out there on adrenaline and eat. I would eat good before the game, though, the day of the game.
So in like shoot around before the game, how did you dial it back?
I didn't. I was zoned in, so I didn't have to dial back. And then I wouldn't.
You were already ready?
Yeah, my thing is, so this is my thing. Coming up to games, shoot around, warm-ups, none of that really made sense to me. Reason being is, if that's what you need to get ready for the game, what were you practicing for all week? You feel what I'm saying? Like if I got a game on a Friday and we got practice on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, man, I'm finna get to it them 3 days.
I've heard players tell me, like, bulletin board material doesn't even mean anything to me because, like, I don't need that to get amped up.
No, I'm creating it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, so while you warming
I'll use it, but but it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna create. Yeah, I take it, but I'm on the other end while you warming up, and I'm looking down there, and I'm saying all kind of stuff to myself. Like, man, dude was talking about my mama. Dude said I ain't nothing. You know what I mean? And I don't even know.
Blaine said he used to use that when he played. He would make up all kinds of things in his head.
They would be like, man, you crazy. Yeah. Hell yeah, and I heard you call me crazy. He ain't even said nothing, but it's on. It's on.
3HL, Brent Doherty, Ron Slay, Don Davenport at the Cure Bowl, which is on the air now on ESPN2. We talked about this earlier, all the COVID problems that these leagues are having in the NFL has moved 3 games. We'll go through that in a minute, but I went through this earlier, but the NFL is 95% vaccinated. The NHL is close to 100%.
Wow.
I think there's one guy. Somebody wrote us on Twitter that there's one guy that's not vaccinated in the NHL.
Who is that? He cold, boy, like Kyrie.
Like, come get me. Kyrie eligible again to play road games. It's tough in New York, man. You can't go anywhere without your vaccination.
I was just telling one of my partners that. I was like, man, well, that's good. He stood his ground, but, boy, New York City is not budging. They ain't budging on anything. They feel like they are their own country.
The NBA, 97% vaccinated. And all these leagues are facing big COVID problems. So the NFL had its biggest day to date on, Monday when they had 37?
Yep.
Maybe it was Tuesday. 615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. So the NFL has moved some games. That's probably the biggest story of the day. Las Vegas and Cleveland moved to Monday, 4 o'clock our time, NFL Network. Washington football team in Philly and Seahawks Rams moved to Tuesday. So that'll be at 6 o'clock on Fox, both those games.
We got games all week.
There you go.
Gotta love it.
Congrats to the Blue Raiders. Middle Tennessee picking up a bowl win today over Toledo. They were a 10.5-point underdog. And they won straight up. So, money line winner, if you went that way. I didn't even look at college football today. I know you did a little bit.
Yeah, I lost already.
I lost last night, which poisoned me.
Oh, you know what? I think I covered myself. Because I made the parlay, but then I also went back and made a single bet of the game also to make sure. I know it's kind of wild, people. I know. You don't even worry about it. This is more for me, my mental than anything else. Sometimes you just got to feel like you win, even if you don't win. I'm going to tell you right now, though, as soon as I get it in. There you go.
While you're doing it, Zach on YouTube, the best things to come out of Memphis, traffic and Kennedy Chandler.
Hey, man, you're going to see both of them tomorrow.
The traffic and Kennedy Chandler.
And Kennedy Chandler, if you come into the game. Hey, man, that's going to be a good one, boy. I'm going to tell you right now, man. Shout out to Memphis for making that trip up here. Do you think they fly or drive up here? They drive. It's too far.
Yeah. Charter bus.
Yeah. So salute for y'all, man, and the bus drivers for driving y'all up here, man, and keeping the bus warm for y'all to jump back on and ride on back down, even though by the time y'all get back on the bus, it ought to be a little hot. You know what I mean? So you can tell them to put the AC on when y'all get off the bus. You know what I mean? We're going to heat y'all up. You know what I mean? And then put you back on the bus. He can cool you off on the ride back home, man. So salute to them, the bus drivers, the team managers that's putting the bags on the bus for this trip. You know what I mean? This should be a good come-together moment for y'all, man, where y'all can come together and figure out, have another team meeting after the game. Salute to Memphis, the players coming together, having a team-only meeting after the game, after we done wax y'all.
That's 5 out of 6 losses.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then salute to the coaches, man, and Larry Brown for trying to take over and tell Penny, I told you don't know how to coach. You need to let me have more say-so. And Rasheed telling them, man, you need to feed the big man. Hey, man, salute to y'all for trying to figure that out. On the other end of that, man, we're going to handle our business and have a party. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe you should put some, like, boxed lunches on the bus for them.
No, man, they don't even need that. We used to get that at the center, man. What we're going to do is we're going to get that little nice little block of cheese, give them a lighter and tell them to melt the cheese, and you can make that on one of these little sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Give you some of them Ritz crackers you tried to give me earlier. Put a pack of them on there, a pack of tuna, and some big block government cheese on there, and let them have
How
a good
did
time.
Travis Henry get into this conversation?
Yeah, that's my man. Matter of fact, I'm going to have cheese handing it out to y'all when you get on there. So, yeah, man, Memphis, we ain't going.
I saw Cheese on Instagram. He's ripped again.
Man, Cheese got it. Hey, man, that man, he ain't even got no – man, the man waist look like this little straw. It's amazing.
He needs to write a book. He's had a hell of a
yes, he has
ups, downs, everything.
He got it in the works. I tried to get him in the boom room. Yeah, I tried to get him in the boom room. He was like, man, I got something in the works where I really can't talk about it yet, but as soon as the book come out, I'm coming on there. So
well, because we were talking about like the drug kingpin stuff in Colorado, and then one of his friends called us and said, no, he's back in Knoxville. He's got everything running in the right direction, and that's good. That's good to hear.
Teamed up with Travis Stevens, him and them doing some great things.
I mean, one of the best running backs I've ever seen in my life.
You talking about
in high school, and then it translated to college. Remember the Arkansas game where Billy Ratt came up with the fumble, and he told T. Martin to keep his jersey, keep his pads on because I'm gonna go get this ball, and he did.
Yep.
And the minute and a half offense that Tennessee incorporated, all Travis Henry runs.
Yeah,
I mean, think about that.
A bulldozer.
Like we got a minute and a half to go score a touchdown, and we're gonna hand the ball off like 6 times.
He gonna break it in any second, man. Cannot tackle him with one man.
Yeah, so everybody used to call him Cheese, and that's why. It was government cheese, hard as government cheese. 615-737-1045, you want in. Ron, next up, talking about Tennessee basketball. Ron, what's up?
That's me. What's happening, Ron?
Well, I'm a longtime ball fan, going all the way back to Bernard King and Dale Ellis and Tony White and Chris Lofton, and of course Ron Slade.
Hey.
But I just got to ask you, during the debacle in Madison Square Garden with Texas Tech and Tennessee, be honest with the audience here. At some point, were you yelling and screeching, "Hoop ain't got no hole"?
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
That was tough to watch.
Oh my goodness! And
we're at 6 for 40. That's hard.
But the most
and there were
difficult,
open looks too.
That's the most difficult part. It would be different if Texas Tech was just locking up and they wasn't getting open shots. Man, they was getting open shots. Hell, they got an open shot to win the game from their best percentage shooter and missed it. So, yeah, that was tough, man. The thing that hurt me most about that game was the easy runouts that made the separation in the game. What made it a 6 to 8 point game where Texas Tech was able to separate themselves and then they went back and forth. Don't give up them easy looks like that, man. You got to have defensive balance on the rebounds. That's basketball 101, man. Somebody get back. Nobody was back. So
yeah, and I think a lot of people, like, just from a cursory level, maybe you don't pay a detailed maybe you don't pay detailed attention like we do, but you like watching these teams just jack up threes and score a bunch of points and stuff like that. And Tennessee can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But the key to Tennessee moving into March is that defense.
You got to lock up.
Statistically speaking, they're ranked number 1 in America in defense.
Yeah.
So that's what, when you start to wonder what the identity of that team is, if the shots are falling, look the hell out.
Yeah.
But if they're not, they're still going to be in the game.
Still going to be in the game.
Theoretically. Now, I mean, it's a long season, so you're going to have duds.
Yep.
You just are.
That's part of it. Nobody's going 35-0, 37-0, whatever it is.
But from a matchup standpoint tomorrow, what's a key for Tennessee? Defensive rebounding? Keep Memphis off the offensive glass? Because they've been killing people there.
That's exactly it. They got monsters down there. And one in particular, Jalen Duran, like the man, you gotta take him. You gotta box out with 3. You gotta face box if need be. Do not reach your arms out and try to box, man. This man got long arms. He's athletic and he's physical. So you gotta be head on the swivel. My main thing also after boxing out, control the tempo of the game. Control the tempo of the game. That's where Alabama got lost in it. They try to get out there on the road, and it's been working for them. But when you playing an up and down game on the road and you miss shots, the shots that they take, because you got to know Alabama takes threes are layups. Those threes that are missed, we all know, create runouts, long rebounds.
Yep.
They're
and that's
off
where
to the
Alabama
races.
got Tennessee in the SEC tournament.
Yeah.
We sat
Sure
there and
was.
watched it.
Yep.
I mean,
sure was.
Tennessee just could not rebound.
Yeah, so that's the thing, man. So control the tempo. And I say, man, make them guards try to beat you. I think our backcourt, hands down, is better than their backcourt. Fulkerson, Kumwa, Huntley Hatfield, Josiah Jordan-James, if you get down there, man, front court got to show up, man. You got to be the separator. It's going to be mano-a-mano. Got to be the separator. Either you get punked or you step up and you control the glass.
Zone TV, Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. You can watch the show right
please.
There. Thank you, Cousin Danny in the Burrow on YouTube. 8 of the next 10 days, there's an NFL game scheduled. At least one. Christmas came early, fam.
And 2 of those are Titans.
There you go. Zach on Twitter, once you pass the Tennessee, in all caps, river, you know it's over.
Talk and talk, then.
Brad on Twitter, what's up, Hunk?
What up, Hunk?
What's up?
There you go.
By the way, I saw a clip from Hunk's Little Baby Titans game where he lost to the Steelers this week.
Yeah.
Tell him about it.
And Tannehill was trying to hit Julio Jones, and Minka Fitzpatrick came up, made the play on the sideline, and went to the 10-yard line late in the game, too. And I put that one on Julio. Julio didn't come back for the ball. He let that man take it from him.
Well, guess what?
So, like, CGI Julio, he didn't step up in that thing.
That's the stuff I was talking about. Julio should have made that play.
Guess what,
You
though?
don't let Minka big boy you.
In real life, according to Teron Davenport, what I just saw, we ain't got to worry about that CGI Julio, because this one right here, this one coming to play. This one look good, man. I'm telling you, Julio look good to me. I'm interested because Blaine watches. You said he always watched for the quirks and stuff for people. I want to know what he saw from him this week, man, because he was on last week.
He would notice you favoring something with your current knee situation.
Immediately.
He would immediately notice.
Yep.
Without even being told.
And I think he does it on purpose, because one day he was walking behind me. I think he just get behind people to say, let me see what's wrong with them. He saw I had flat feet. He was like, hey, man, what's wrong with your feet? so you know what I mean? Yeah,
my favorite Blaine Bishop story is him going up against Peyton Manning, because Blaine was a film study technician.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to look for your weaknesses. He's going to see what you do before he gets out there and all these things. Well, he was lining it up, and he saw Peyton Manning looking at his feet.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's weird. And then they run a play, and then he come back up, and he saw Peyton Manning looking at his feet before he snapped. He's like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So he figured it out. When he was bailing, he would stand a certain way. And when he was pressed man, he would stand another way.
Mm-hmm.
And Peyton had figured it out.
And
so then Blaine started tricking with him. And then Peyton figured out that Blaine figured out, and they had to start over.
The chess match.
Isn't that funny?
It is. You always look for the, man, at that level, especially at pro level, it's the details in it, man. It's the details in it. Do we announce who's in the suite?
Well, I mean, that's your thing, man.
Your suite, man.
Do we need to get Savagery on the line since he's involved in it?
Might as well call him. I mean, what's he doing?
Call Savagery. Yeah, see, that's how we can do it. You just call somebody.
He spent an hour with us at Red Dog Wine and Spirits yesterday.
Listen, man, it's the weekend.
And he did some shopping during every break.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. It's Fridays, man. So we finna go and announce who's in the suite. Who ain't gonna have no roof?
Well, so what's the nature of this contest? What have you guys
This right here is, man, people had to tweet out photos or show why they had the love for University of Tennessee to hang with me and Ramon in the Two Rivers Suite during the game tomorrow when we blast Memphis. When Memphis comes to sacrifice their game for another victory for us. So we're all happy. And listen, man, we got family. We got family over there on that side, man, and they coming up and they know what it is. Like, you can come up with your little blue, but you're going to be crying blue when you
you were born there.
Listen, I'm a Tennessee mutt. You looking for Tennessee? This is me. I'm born in Memphis, raised in Chat, bred in Nashville. It's that easy, man. You getting it? I'm giving you West. I'm giving you Mid. I'm giving you East, like all wrapped in one. So it just so happened to be that Memphis is buried deep inside of me.
For me, it's Tullahoma, and then Knoxville, and then a little stay over in Houston.
Yeah, then you put some H-Time in it.
And then Nashville.
Then you came back.
1984.
See what I'm saying?
George Orwell. All right, we got Savagery here.
Savagery!
Big Ramon, what's up?
I'm listening to the radio and hearing y'all say that, hey, you just randomly say, hey, call Savage on the line. I'm like, what?
What are you out there doing on a Friday night, Ramon?
Man, I'm headed to a basketball game with my kids' Christmas tournament that
There
they're
you
playing
go.
in right now.
I got a 14-year-old playing right now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the lifestyle.
That time of year, man.
Yeah.
So, all right, so what you guys got going? You guys going to be in the suite for the Tennessee Memphis game?
Two Rivers 4, Tweet 4 Sweet, man. We put it out there through the 104.5 zone, retweeted it, had the promo running on the station, too. Again, major thanks to Two Rivers 4 for allowing us to experience this and bring some fans into it also. So that's family, and we're going to bring more of our family into it.
Yeah, it is just like that. And on top of that, we do have a winner, people. We do have a winner, yep. So the winner is, drum roll or something, Hunk.
We're going Christmas vacation.
I can't do that. Can you do that?
I can't either.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make the pick.
All right, I'm shuffling up the hat, the virtual hat. I had it, it slipped. Let me go get it again. And I got it. The winner is at GDUBYA901. At GW901.
Oh, there's a 901 in there.
901. We got a Memphis guy. So that lets you know we ain't biased, man. You know, because listen, if it's up to me, it'll be somebody with an 865 or 615 or somebody area code like that.
You started with GD. I'm like, oh, where are we going?
At GW901 will be in the suite, man. Salute.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It should be a good time. Looking forward to Vols and Rod. Do we call them kitty cats too, or does it only belong to Kentucky?
No. They get it. Any rival get the little kitty cat. Unless we can call. We can call them a little scavenger cat. You know what I mean? It's like they just out there roaming in the back alley or something. You know what I mean? At least Kentucky in the grass. You know, so
in the bluegrass.
Just saying, you know, ain't. Guess what, Mo? All that matter is, Hunk. All that matter is when they come in the suite, they know that. Whoa, car ain't got no roof. One more time, Sammy. Car ain't got no roof. Hey,
Bridgestone Arena's not going to know what hit it.
Yeah. Everybody in the suite, baby. It's going down.
You're a boy, Ramon.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. I got to head to this game, man. I'm still listening.
Appreciate it. June, go to work out there, man. Miles, the young savage. My boys, man. I'm a boys out there.
All right, fellas.
All right, baby.
At Ramon Foster, J. Martin Ramon, 6 to 10 weekdays on 104.5 The Zone.
See, we need to do more things like that, man.
More giveaways?
Yeah.
People are already giving you crap about a 901 winner.
Hey, man, listen. Hey, I don't control it. Right? Y'all, I'll tell y'all what y'all do. Y'all get it Rich Ferris. Which one is it? Rich Ferris.
Talking about our promotions coordinator?
Yeah, y'all talk to Rich.
Rich Ferris.
Yeah, y'all blame Rich.
We apologize to Rich Harris, who's probably listening somewhere.
My bad, Rich.
I know a Rick Harris. I know a Harris Walker.
Hey, yeah. Well, now, I'm going to tell you something.
Richie Rich.
So I went back and watched the Memphis games where I went 2-1, and they stole one from us my junior year. Y'all got lucky.
Well, I bet you were mad. We'll talk about when we come back.
Old.
615-737-1045. Accurate Mortgage. I was talking with my friend Joe Stanford the other day from Accurate Mortgage, and man, he feels blessed to be able to work with you guys. And if we had to rank them, a lot of you guys would say that 2021 is turning out to be the least merry year of the 21st century so far. That said, the local pros at Accurate Mortgage Group can point to one pretty big bright spot: the interest rates that continue to hover around historic lows. Many have taken advantage of these low rates to buy their first home, a new home, or maybe refinance so they can put themselves in a better financial position. If you haven't gotten a piece of the action yet, there is still time to see if you qualify. You can save up to hundreds of dollars per month on your mortgage payment, increase your home shopping budget, or even take cash out to renovate, tackle that New Year's resolution to pay off debt, perhaps. Plus, close your loan in January, and your next payment will not be due until March of 2022. To find out more, visit them online, AccurateMTG.com. That's AccurateMTG.com. Accurate Mortgage Group, a division of Acopia, LLC, is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 4664. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Ron Slay with you. Don Davenport working on ESPN2 right now.
Getting busy.
Joe Hunt, producer.
It's a request by Jordan on Facebook.
There you go. We're here for you guys.
Shout out DMX. Rest in peace.
Another NBA story. The Warriors and Klay Thompson are targeting January for his return. As if they're not good enough.
Wow. No, you talking about loaded. Now you talking about itching to get back.
Oh, that's exactly where I was going with you next.
Ooh-wee. Man, that long layoff, man, and watching this guys get busy out there, knowing that he can help. Man, like they got the kid Poole that's really getting to it. Like they got some guys, man, that have emerged. Andrew Wiggins playing better. I thought he was gonna play himself out the league in a minute, but he got with Golden State, man, and he's feeling it. He look good. I'm gonna be real.
Titans 17, Steelers 13.
Oh, guess what?
I don't even know what the over-under is, but I would assume 30 would be under.
Oh, yeah. I'm okay. I'm trying to get my parlay together, if y'all was wondering.
Parlay, a big winner yesterday.
Yes.
Jumped back into winning mix.
We'll say thank you, Slay, because I actually hopped on board on that one. I
You
appreciate
smart.
it.
Smart
I appreciate
man.
that.
Smart man. Smart man, huh?
I meanwhile did not.
Oh, not a smart man.
Trust me, when it was 13-14 with about 6 minutes to go in the game, I'll admit I was a little nervous about the over.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you my theory. Every time that's been happening, it's been like that. I've been going back in and trying to hurry up and make a live bet. And then I've been losing both of them because it'll end up hitting what the original bet was. So yesterday I said, nope, I'm going to sit on my hands.
Sometimes you get too active.
Yeah, and they hit it. I knew, man.
In the course of like a minute and a half, both teams made like 2 drives to score touchdowns.
Get hot. The boys get hot in that fourth, man.
I really thought Kansas City scored too fast. Like they left a minute 28 on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And then you saw Justin Herbert go with the Carson Wentz play, where he just threw it down deep into the end zone trying to get a pass interference to set up the field goal.
Right.
And it didn't get called.
Okay, you ready for the parlay?
Man, I'm reading yes is the answer.
Man,
But
I'm reading yes.
I'm reading Urban Meyer tenure as Jags coach.
No.
And some of this I'd forgotten about.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, is all I can say.
Drafted a running back in the first round despite having James Robinson on the roster who rushed for more than 1,000 yards as a rookie.
And Andy tore his ACL, and he was done for the season after one play in the preseason.
Openly admitted that he was hoping to draft Kadarius Toney with the pick they used on Travis Etienne. Told reporters that they would cut players due to their vaccine status, and NFLPA opened an investigation to those comments.
Remember the practices that were winners and losers and how he was going to grade who was getting cut?
Yep.
Had an open competition for starting quarterback between Trevor Lawrence and Gardner Minshew. Minshew later traded, but split valuable first-team reps with Lawrence in training camp. That's true.
Trying anything.
Didn't travel with the team. Called his coaches losers. Benched James Robinson, former kicker. He kicked him. Hey, Dip, Ciano, make your effing kicks. 2-11. All right, parlay.
Parlay brought to you by Nashville IntelliTurf. Shout out to them. Ken McMillan. Y'all go to nashville.intelliturf.com. All your turfing needs, I'm telling you. Do exactly what you need. Go to IntelliTurf. Been a leader in designing and installment of synthetic grass and artificial turf products around the world. Now for the parlay. Here we go. Jacksonville take the spread. They got Houston. They're going to beat them. And they're going to cover. I'm taking it. Life has been pumped back in now. I believe in it. You don't think so?
I agree with you on that.
Okay, all right. Jacksonville.
I was just wondering what else you were going to say about it.
Okay. Then I got Jacksonville. Then I got Tampa covering against the Saints. Sean Payton is in protocol. I also have the Titans. On some apps, you're getting +1 now. It's moved a little bit more. So if you can get the +1, take it. Go under the 43.5. And thanks to my guy, Blood in the Water, Marc Mariani, I'm riding with him. Taking Cincy and the points going to Denver. It's that simple. I want to play around with this Indianapolis and New England game, so I'm going to bet that separate. That's just going to be a single bet.
I would money line the Titans on the
money
+1.
line?
Yeah. That's what I would do.
Let me see what's going on now. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, okay.
Because, I mean, if the Steelers win the one, you just erase your bet. They get the juice. And
So, correction. Thanks to the mayor. Money line the Titans on that. There we go. That's your parlay. Jacksonville, Tampa, Titans, Cincy. Let's go.
Scott on Twitter. Titans win. Thank you, Slade. Titans win 2017 with the late field goal.
Oh, what I got right here?
Yeah, what's your score? 20-17.
Titans win 20-17. I'm
Scott's
telling
just cheating off your paper.
Yeah,
Fat Randy? You got Fat Randy?
I don't know who. No. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Listen, man, the win's not going to affect Fat Randy.
That's why I'm saying I'm all on it.
And I even hate that we call him that.
Yeah,
that's literally the
Big
first
Randy.
time I've called him
I
that.
call him Big Randy. That's my boy. Big, like he called me Big Slay.
Yeah, Big Randy. There you
Randy,
go.
yeah.
Win's not going to affect him. He's going to be stable.
Be careful of Renegade.
Vols win tomorrow 78-61, he says.
Ooh, it's a lot of points. That's spank. I do think that game's going to be within 10. I think it's going to be within 10. I think it's going to be emotional. It's going to be. It's going to
be emotional for you. I don't know about them.
It better be.
Kenny Chandler.
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
from there.
Like, Lou, I went back and watched them games. Tony Harrison was emotional in them games, and he was the best player on the floor.
Yep.
Still emotional. He's from Memphis. I know what it is. Mm-hmm. And we wasn't going to lose for him. Tell him that.
Isn't his cousin on the team?
Tyler Harris. Yes, he is. Shot the ball really well against Alabama. Kind of put the nail in the coffin. So, going to be interesting.
All
Are they going to shoot their way out of it?
We'll see you over there. Back at it Monday. Have a great weekend, y'all.
I ain't got no roof.
Good night. God bless.